Timing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Last we had left off, our wonderful little party of adventurers had decided that they wanted to meet up with Van Bloom, and so they did. After having done so, they spoke with him, managed to get some interesting bits of information, lore, and news in regards to both themselves and the people surrounding them. They decided that it would be good to, at the very least, investigate this vampire noble that had been captured, someone who seemed to have some decently high ranks within the city of Melagast. And so you proceeded. You spoke with her, and through some unfortunate events, she perished. And, yeah. Then you decided to go to her home, of which you had realized as soon as you stepped in that there was something unnatural about it, something not quite right. You very quickly discovered a passage through into an underground area where seemingly there was something going on. And when your group made it there, you kind of looked through and you realized, oh shit, something not good is going on. But through a series of events, Veyruun disappeared, and the rest of you following the path forward also went through some unfortunate tidings before Varus was the last one left. As he explored the area around, he walked into a room and soon realized, this is weird. All my friends are naked, in a cage, in the corner, until his vision went black. And in that moment, it's just darkness. Everyone, please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, man.
You have disadvantage.
Fuck!
Oh, good.
Even better. Oh, Veyruun with the nat 1.
Woohoo!
2 and a 3, it continues.
So, the only one who succeeded was Darcy.
Yay!
As the rest of you
I'm alone.
are poisoned.
Ew.
Son of a bitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
You don't know how long this effect will last, but Darcy, you are the first to stir. As this throbbing headache comes over the entirety of your existence. All you can feel is this pain, but you blink open your eyes and
what happened?
can't
The full moon already.
see much. You glance over and the first thing that you see is someone's leg. And then you look up further and you see a bare ass in front of you. As you now realize you're staring at Artemis's behind. And he is currently completely naked in front of you, and you realize, so is everybody else. And
Darcy immediately averts his gaze. Just like, oh dear.
Yep. And as you sit up, you feel this very hard, crook in your back as you turn around and look. You realize the doll is face down on the ground underneath your back. Or was underneath your back.
So it's just you and me. Good to know.
But now you see that you have dark vision, correct?
Yes, I do. I'm a half elf.
Yes, okay. Just double checking. But glancing out towards the rest of the room, it's extremely dimly, well, not even lit per se. Glancing out, you can't really see much at all. Even with your dark vision, you see shadows and various different things that are kind of moving. But what you assume to be the edge of this cage you now find yourself in, this kind of stone or steel or crystalline cage that doesn't really make any sense to you as you're kind of glancing around. You see what appears to be a wall of a cave behind you. And between the cave and your actual cage itself, you see what appears to be thin pools of blood covering the ground. You don't know if it's deep pools or shallow, but you, for some reason, can tell that it's blood, even given that your dark vision currently shows no colors, just shades
Right.
of gray.
Okay. What to do? Darcy's gonna make sure that everybody else is alive and breathing.
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
We could be alive and not breathing.
Well, that's true. However, if you're not breathing, for some of them, it's a bit of a concern.
Glancing
Does
around,
Darcy know that some can't breathe?
yes,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
I
He's
feel like it's
I've
been brought up.
actively shoved Varus in my bag before.
yeah.
Very true.
So you check Varus, you can see that he's not breathing, but he is okay. That his heart is still pumping, and you can see that blood is still flowing through his veins. And as you kind of like move him around a little bit, he is reacting ever so slightly, but looking
He's
down,
not waking up.
he's,
Still got a scar on my neck from a stake that was jabbed into it.
Yep.
Hmm.
There's very much a bunch of blood around his neck as well, and you can tell that it's probably his. You also see that Varus is, well, one, completely naked, and two, that his wounds aren't like doing anything weird, but you see that the blood that's flowing out of that wound seems to be curling unnaturally towards the pool of blood at the edge of the room, rather than straight down.
Darcy's going to check the wound on hit. I don't. Wait, no, I think I received some healing, so that wound would have at least probably closed from when Varus bit him.
I think all of you are
I don't-
injured in some sort of manner,
I don't know if we got healing
and no, I don't
I
think,
don't
you
think
got
we-
a chance to
because
heal.
Veyron disappeared immediately. I don't think.
Well, he's
Artemis
not the
healed
only one that
anyone.
can heal.
Yeah, but I don't think Artemis healed anyone.
Yeah, Darcy will check the wound on his neck to see if his blood is doing the same thing.
Yeah, you kind of like touch the blood on your neck and you can pull away. It is still fresh, it's still flowing. And now as you've stood up, the blood is now like just slowly flowing down the side of your body. And though it looks like it's kind of like coalescing, there's not enough of it that has come out of your body that you're really able to tell where it's going, mainly for the fact that it's not, you know, you don't have a lot of blood currently flowing out of you, or else you'd be in a much more
Right.
injured state.
Darcy's going to test to see if his magic is still working. He's just going to cast a Mage Hand real quick.
All right. What are the components for Mage Hand? I believe it's just verbal.
Just verbal and somatic.
Yep. You cast Mage Hand with no issues.
Okay. Still got magic. Darcy's going to activate his at will detect magic.
Okay. What's the range of detect magic?
30 feet.
Okay. As you kind of glance out towards it, you see that the entire cage itself is not magical, surprisingly, but this pool of liquid, of blood, and just like the vague air surrounding you is. The blood doesn't actually seem to have a specific school of magic to it. Give me an Arcana check. You will have no idea why.
And because I have no idea why, that means that this thing either is telling me or it doesn't fucking know. That's concerning.
But as you glance out into the room a little bit more and your dark vision adjusts a little bit further, you can see on the other side of the room, well, the first thing you do is you hear this kind of like this almost heart-like sound, this ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom,
Oh, that's not good.
in a faint rhythmic pattern, very similar to your own heart, though yours is going much, much faster.
Yeah. Okay.
glancing towards the other side of the room. Let me check the distance, actually. Sorry. 1 second. At the very edge of your vision, you can see what appears to be like a... what would best be described as just like a solid glass tube with this sort of panel to the side of it. You can see that the interior is faintly glowing, and a woman that resembles Vestel is currently floating in the midst of this tube.
Darcy's gonna double check that he saw Vestel in the cage with them.
You glance down. You had checked that Vestel was alive. You glance down towards her, and she is very much still there. She is missing her signature hat and her glaive, but she's there.
Right. Okay. Darcy can see like the padlock for this cage. Yeah. Does it have one?
Glancing around, there is actually no padlock on this cage.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
You actually don't see a door on this cage.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay. Darcy's gonna start trying to shake Veyroon and Lyra awake.
Okay. Veyroon and Lyra, give me a con save. Veyroon, you automatically fail.
Okay.
Yes, he does.
You manage to shake Lyra awake.
I hate to ask.
Mhm.
Still with disadvantage.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Yeah, even with it. Lyra, you wake up groggy, your entire head hurts, and there's just this pounding in the back of your brain. You could feel your limbs and your arms and everything is really cold. And you look down and you realize, oh, you're naked, 1, and 2. You also notice that your veins that normally don't really protrude are now showing this like almost dark liquid that kind of is now protruding. And the only reason you can see this is because your eyes are already accustomed to the dark.
Oh, good. Okay. I wasn't able to get Veyroon awake. We are not in a good situation. We're all of us are naked in a cage in a creepy vampire lab. I see a Vestel lookalike in a tube. I don't like this.
Lara just completely disregards Darcy. Just blinks twice like that one meme guy. And am I dreaming? This is a strange.
Do you normally dream of us all naked?
Oh. Darcy, can you slap me for a second?
Oh, okay, fine. Darcy slaps Lyra in the face. Almost
God, what is this cell done?
You got it. No. Why are you in the tube?
Yeah, give me a attack roll. Are you
Just roll
trying to
this.
deal damage, or are you just trying
Not
to?
really. Just trying to have some force behind it, I guess.
Okay.
Like, what is Darcy's wimpy little arm going to do to Lyra?
I guess we'll find out.
Rolls a nat 20, knocks her back out.
I don't think I should be seeing that.
No, you should be.
Hmm.
That's,
What is that red circle?
Oh wait, is that the...
That's the Vestel.
Oh, the test
Okay.
tube. Okay.
Okay, for whatever reason, I was worried that was Vangris.
No. You can see that
I
it
do not
does-
trust that she does not have a clone somewhere. She
Why
gave
are
up
there
way
two
too easily.
viruses? Why am I double?
Whoops.
Well, there's also
That's
two
my-
viruses.
That's my bad. Whoops.
Wait a minute.
You look down, you realize
Just
all of
the
a
real
sudden,
one.
oh, there's
Hold up.
2 viruses. Ooh.
Oh no.
No. But yeah, kind of
God damn it.
glancing over at this moment, you can see that everybody else is still currently unconscious and doesn't seem capable of doing.
I'll just roll that strength check for
Yeah, go for it.
11.
Yeah, I mean, since Lyra allows it, you basically slap Lyra on the face. And Lyra, yeah, that was definitely real. It didn't hurt, but
Oh, fuck.
it stung a little.
I would have preferred this to just be a hallucination.
Unfortunately not. We are in a rancid cave filled with blood.
Well, did you check the others? Just kind of look over.
I made sure they're all alive.
I
And-
need everyone to give me a con save with disadvantage.
All of us?
Everyone.
Even me.
Yes.
Boy.
Fuck.
Well, you didn't get a nat 20, so yes.
That's
Oh,
true.
let's go.
Okay. Lyra, Varus, Darcy, and Artemis. You guys do not take any damage. The rest of you... Oh, that's not supposed to be private. Take 4 points of poison damage.
Shh.
But, yeah. Darcy, you and Lyra both just start coughing
Okay.
incessantly, and it's bad.
We need to get out of here. Lyra, see if you can't bend the bars or something. I don't know.
Can I try to bend the bars?
Yeah. You walk up to the bars, and the
I'm
first
gonna
thing
try
you
to get the
notice is
others
that
up.
They're very strange. Every second bar is built out of like a different material. Some of them look like they're made out of like solidified blood crystals. Some of them look like they're made out of just plain old steel going like, vertically. Some of them look absolutely horrid, like it's just a giant rusted piece of metal, while some of the other bars are just, they're regular steel bars. And give me a investigation check, just to see which ones might be safe to handle. Yeah.
Disadvantaged, right?
You do have disadvantage because you're poisoned. Oh!
There's only one of us that's not.
Unfortunately, as you kind of walk around, your human vision is inhibiting your ability to really see properly. And you can see that all of this light, all of this dim lighting on the edges of the room is not helping. And you kind of grab 2 steel bars. You think they look fine. Give me a strength check. Yeah. The rest of you, well, those who are awake, hear Lyra just like "Kring!" as 2 steel bars get wrenched off of the actual thing. As you see, the top probably wasn't as sturdy as you had expected it to, and the entire thing just like collapses forward as those 2 steel bars come out of their foundation at the top and just bend forward.
Well, the only awake one was me still, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
I'm going to start trying to wake up the others.
Okay, everybody else who is still unconscious, give me a Constitution saving throw. You still have disadvantage. Lyra, glancing out, you think you can slip past this area, honestly, without too much of an issue. You can get out, and considering none of you are morbidly obese, are probably fine to get out as well. Though they should probably be conscious, given that if you try to move them too much, there are 2, like, these blood, weird, kind of, like, prickly...
Two sharp spots.
Yeah, exactly. As Artemis does begin to stir, as you shake him pretty heavily, Darcy.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up!
This cracking headache rocks you, Artemis, as your eyes split open to reveal Darcy currently staring at you. And you realize he's not wearing a shirt. You look down and you realize, oh, I'm not wearing a shirt. Oh, he's not wearing pants. Oh, I'm not wearing pants.
Calming. Do I feel the effects of the poison?
You can definitely
Going
feel
over
the
me?
effects of the poison, yeah.
I'll just kind of raise a hand up, put it on my chest, and then 5 points lay on hands and remove it.
Mm-hmm. This
I
poison
might
effect seems to dissipate from your body, and you feel a lot better. Most of the headache kind of goes away. It still hurts, and you can still feel as if you've like bonked the back of your head, but for the most part, you think you're going to be okay.
You might need to either save that, or you might need to do that for someone else, because if none of your veins are looking very good.
Well, unfortunately, I only have the one more use because I used some of it to heal myself earlier.
I figured, but yeah, you know.
So I don't know. Between a lot of you, someone play rock paper scissors or something and figure out who's gonna.
The only ones awake are me and Lyra. So
Oh. I just reach over and give it the line.
it's either that or give it to Veyroon so that he can try and do it on others.
Do you give it to Lyra?
Yeah, I'll give it to Lyra.
Okay, Lyra, you are no longer poisoned.
Oh, good to see you're awake.
The triple V's are still poisoned though. That's a shame.
Where is this poison status? Is it this one? Oh, it's this one. Boom. Darcy's
I'm not poisoned.
Oh, wait, Darcy made the save. You're right.
Yes, I made it initially. That's why I don't have disadvantage on shit.
The 3 V's are still poisoned now. Boom.
Lads are good though.
Yeah.
The lads are good, but the V's are. we're a little rough over here.
Right, I'm gonna need you to help me try and get these other ones. Trying to get the other 3 up.
I will, while we're here, just to check it, I'll hold a hand up and try and summon one of my weapons.
Mm-hmm. Your weapon comes to your hand with no issues.
Okay. I'll dispel it for now.
Yeah, there's nothing magical or anti-magical, I suppose. This cage was
Oh.
just metal. I guess we just got teleported in here or something.
My concern was more that if they've taken all our gear, perhaps they had some way to take my weapons, but it appears though that is not the case. I'll just kind of reach over and start shaking Varys.
Okay. Varys, give me another con save. With advantage. Or
Why?
with disadvantages.
Why? Why?
Just gonna keep fucking shaking everyone until we're all up.
I've got a +2, man. Like,
You're gonna get it eventually.
All you need is a 13, man. That's all you need.
I got a 13
No,
earlier.
as in 13, you roll a 13. The
Oh.
DC is 15.
Just shaking Vestel and Veyroon awake.
The 2 of you can
Some-
also give me disadvantaged con saves.
Okay, I have a +6. I'll never get this.
You're second nat 1 on this. What the shit is going on with your rolls tonight?
God, bro.
Everyone's very sleepy.
The V's, bro. We can't wake up like this.
We might need to
We V's like our sleep, bro.
we might need to carry them out of here.
Very much so.
Well, good news. I managed to make an opening for us.
Oh, good.
Good news. I get to delete some of these walls.
Yay!
Well, bad news is it's completely dark in here and I'm pretty useless.
And that's fuck me. Okay, I probably can't lift any of them, so you try to get them out. I'm going to see if I can't look around a little bit and find our stuff.
Sounds like a plan.
I think I can still use some of my magic. I never really needed to do anything with my hands or hold on to anything for them either, so I think I've still got some of them. I have 3 separate spells that do not require material components.
That's good. But Darcy, you have no issues coming out of the actual cage itself. You just kind of like pull in your stomach a little bit, move your arms to your sides. You step out. But you realize that you will probably have a lot of issues trying to get Veyroon, Vestel, or Varys out because, 1, they're unconscious, and if they get pulled, there's a high chance they get snagged on the sharp pits on either side. And because the hole that Lyra had, like the 2 bars that Lyra had found, was only 2 bars side by side that could be pulled, while the other 2 to the other side are just like very sharp and dangerous looking.
Right. So for now, maybe just try to get them awake.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. No promises, though. Not my area of expertise.
Worst case, I'll just teleport back here. Dimension door is only verbal.
I will ask Jake, because I have my weapons with me, which obviously I can use as a spell focus for my warlock spells. I don't imagine that works for my paladin spells.
It does not work for your paladin spells.
Okay.
Jake, question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try and focus my spells through the doll? Can I use that as a spell focus?
Do you want to try?
I might as well.
Sure. What spell do you cast?
Let's see. What's a simple one that doesn't?
Eldritch Blast.
I think that was just somatic, isn't it?
I can cast Eldritch Blast just fine. That's verbal and somatic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to cast. I'm gonna see one of the sharp ones. If I were to cast, say, mending on it, would that maybe get rid of the sharp part?
You, with your dark vision, realize that the sharpness does not come from broken bits. The 2 to either side of it are sharp because it appears to be that they're both constructed out of this crystal that seems to be blood red in nature.
Hmm.
And that crystal is very jagged in a lot of places. You're pretty sure that if you touched it, like, a lot of the very needle thin kind of pieces of it would easily get into your skin.
Wait, the doll is made of wood, yeah?
The doll is made of wood, yes.
I cast Shillelagh on it.
Okay, the doll begins to glow.
No way. No way,
Ever so
get
slightly.
shown.
This is going to be far more satisfying than it has any right to be. I hope you're aware of that, he says, looking at the doll.
Okay. But yeah. What are you guys up to now? Artemis, Lyra, and Darcy, the 3 of you are now awake. Darcy, you've stepped out of the cage.
Yeah, I'm gonna scout around and see if I can't find our stuff.
Give me a perception check.
I will ask. I'll put a hand up against one of these, like, it's metal bars, right, that are keeping us in here?
Yep.
Is it cold?
Most of them are metal bars. And yeah, you touch one of the metal bars, it's cold. It's very cold.
Alright, I reach over, kind of get ready to reach for Varus, and like, his internal body temperature is probably lower. I grab Veyron, and I'm just gonna kind of like push his back up against the metal.
Okay, question. Are you going to be careful about it? Because there are still bars that are like very, very sharp in between.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like just, toss him in there. I'm gonna try and find somewhere where he's not gonna get, his back shredded, and just push him up against.
You're not gonna get him with a stage trap or anything.
Give me an
like that.
investigation to see if you can find a place where you can...
Lyra just like stare champ through all of this.
Oh, easily. You find a section where there's like 6 relatively normal bars right
20,
beside
let's go.
one another, and you're like, why didn't Lyra break open this part? It's too late. So you pick up Veyron, kind of place him against it. Veyron, give me a con save. Just flat. Actually, you fail this one automatically because you rolled a nat one. You place...
How unfortunate.
God damn it! God damn it!
You grab him and just kind of lift him by his armpits and just place his back against the very, very cold metal. There is no reaction. You pull him off and you're like, okay, is this guy dead? You put your hand to his nose. He is breathing.
Nobles. I just drop him.
Give me
If
another
doing
con
anything.
save. with
Yeah, that's
disadvantage,
what
Veyron.
I was about to say.
Okay.
It's time for the ruder
Oh,
awakening.
no.
Nope.
No.
Still
It's not a nat
unconscious.
one, at least.
Still very much unconscious. Yeah, but you walk over to Varus and Vestel.
Time to try the same thing.
You gonna
You
try
know,
the same
I'm
thing?
gonna. Oh, what?
Are you gonna try the same thing?
Sure, I'll grab Vestel and try and put her up against that. See if that at all helps.
Sure. Vestel, give me a con save. You do also do it flat. There's no response from her, and unlike Veyroon, you can't tell that she's breathing because she's not.
I rolled a one.
Though you're pretty sure she's still alive, because you place like 2 fingers on the side of her neck. There's still a faint heartbeat. You think? Give me a medicine.
These V's are killing it. These V's are killing it.
Give me a medicine.
You
check
said
on
medicine?
this. Yeah. Okay. You can 100% determine that heartbeat is from her and not from the palpating from the actual room itself.
Jake, I'm gonna do a stealth while I'm going near the Vestel clone.
Mm-hmm. As you're kind of getting a little bit closer, you do see
Roll a
what appears
5.
that she is kind of like hovering in this test tube. She has her arms just loosely dangling to her side. The hair is significantly shorter than the Vestel that you knew. Instead, this one has it cut to like just below her chin, and it looks
What'd
like
you say in past tense?
Sorry?
What'd you say in past tense?
Well, that Vestel has. There you go.
That was still that you knew.
The Vestel that you- Little did you know, it's an entirely no. The one in the tube is
A
the real
stray
Vestel.
intellect of our found its way into the blood cage.
Emily changed her.
Yeah,
Emily changed your character real quick.
But yeah, at that moment, you look at her and she's just kind of floating there. Her hair is just floating in this weird, you're pretty sure it's water, tube. But there also appears to be like these 6 these 6 long, clear tubes that you can see descending from the ceiling of this like large chamber that she seems to be in, and all 6 of them are kind of being placed to either side of her body, while 3 of them are inserted on the right side of her ribs, 3 of them are inserted on the left side of her ribs, and you can see like what appears to be blood flowing down these transparent tubes.
Oh, this place is so creepy.
But you very quietly sneak past, thankfully, because you have no shoes on. You know, it's not terrible, but you do see behind her what appears to be a large metal cylinder, or sorry, a large metal sphere, where you think that this like heartbeat sound seems to be coming from. You also see a variety of metal tubing that kind of like goes into the ceiling, goes into the ground, into various different locations that kind of splits off from the center of this large metal.
Also, I do have detect magic going so that I can try and spot any sort of like the magic items that I might recognize.
Yeah, at this current moment, you don't see anything.
Okay, good. So there, none of it has been dropped into the fucking blood.
Give me an Arcana check.
Great. That fills me with such joy. I would imagine that there would be a higher concentration of one specific school of magic if a magic item were in the pool of blood. I'm also not going to touch these pools of blood just on the grounds that something might fucking come out of them.
At this current moment, you are unsure.
Can I attempt to wake Varus and Vestel up and Viren?
You try and wake Vestel up, but unfortunately she does not wake up, but you can try and wake Varus up. Varus, give me a con save with disadvantage.
Woohoo! Wahoo!
Jesus Christ.
Unfortunately.
I'm about to use the forbidden cantrip.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, as you shake Varus, he does not get up. He is completely unconscious and does not seem to be doing very well. Those of you who are present in this room, which is everyone, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Hey,
Do I have
whoa.
disadvantage?
Faerun, that's a
Those of you who are
disadvantage.
poisoned have disadvantage.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not poisoned anymore. Right?
You're not poisoned anymore
That is unfortunate.
now. Okay, and those of you who failed, the DC was 15. Take 3 points of poison damage,
Okay.
which I believe is everyone except for Lyra.
Guys, bloody room.
But the further along you go, Darcy, unfortunately, you don't see anything. You see now as you approach this much more what looks like man-made corridor, you see that to either side of you is this large collection of these like glass jars, and you can see that each one of them is filled to the brim with blood, with this small plastic or like some sort of tubing that seems to be coming out of the top of them, and all of them are being kind of gathered into a large metal tube that you can see goes backwards towards this loud beating heart. You see in front of you, where you're currently standing, what appears to be like a large shelf where all of these kind of things are gathered as well. So like you see it all along here. All along here, there's a shelf that's like right here, and you also see some that go all the way up to the door like here.
Wait, so this shelf is currently blocking my path?
Yeah. There's like a little bit on the side of it that you can see open slightly, and you realize that someone could probably have squeezed through. And you probably could as well.
Yeah, Darcy's a pretty spindly guy, all things considered.
Give me an acrobatics check. The DC is 10.
I'm not an acrobatics guy.
You try and squeeze past, but you realize, okay, not
Hey, I
as
can give
thin-
myself guidance.
Not as thin as you thought you were. You know what? Sure. I'll say you gave yourself guidance.
There we go.
You are, you're pretty skinny. You kind of like move the shelf ever so slightly forward, and you kind of inch yourself in. And you do manage to get to the other side with no issues. And you kind of check, and you realize that every single one of these glass bottles or these jars have labels on them. It has a name, it has a sex, it has a time of death, and it has a method of death.
That is disturbingly thorough.
You can see some of these are relatively recent. Some of them coming from 473, the year that you guys are currently in. Some of them were from a long time ago, nearly 30, 40 years ago. Some of them being the ancient, well, the oldest one that you can find was maybe 60, 70 years ago. So they haven't been here too long, but it's been long enough. And unfortunately, as you go up to the door, you realize that the door is actually locked.
Fuck. Is the door made of wood?
The door is made of wood.
Cool.
And you also realize that the locking mechanism is on your side of the door.
Oh, thank Christ. Thank the gods.
So, with a turn, it just unlocks.
Yeah. Opening the door. Well, you need to unlock it, check.
Yeah, I did. So as of
There we
here,
go.
there's nothing really on the other side. You see the torture room that Varus had previously seen, though unfortunately, you wouldn't know that he had seen it previously.
Oh, this place is awful. This place is awful. Why didn't... Actually, no. Vampires. Horrible, horrible, horrible creatures.
You glance over, and the only other notable feature in this room is that there is only one other exit, and you can see that it's on the same wall that you're on. You don't see where Varus could have entered, but he's not here to answer those questions.
To be fair, he wouldn't know I entered anyway.
Yeah.
That's true.
For all he knows, we all disappeared together.
Yep. Glancing forward at this room, it's a like long and kind of wide-ish torture room, but you can tell that you're definitively underground, and that the blood smell gets a little bit stronger in here. And I need you to give me a con save. Just you.
Great. Fuck.
Ugh. You take 3 points of poison damage. As you're just... It's,
Okay.
it does not feel good.
At least I'm not getting poisoned from this. Just taking damage. Damage is preferable to poisoned.
But yeah, glancing around, you see another door on the other side, but that's really about it. As you walk up to the actual door itself, glancing at it, you can see that there's no handle, there's nothing. It's a steel door, and all that's on there is a single rune with a single sigil on top of it. One which you do not recognize.
Think you can help me out here?
Oh,
You don't
sorry. Actually, 1 second. Are your magic eyes still on?
Yes.
Okay.
I can. They are at will. I can have them on.
Yeah. That's. I'm just asking if you
Indefinitely.
do have them on. And as you're kind of like,
I
blinking,
would have had to turn them off briefly for guidance, but
Yeah. You kind of blink for a bit and you turn your magic eyes back on, and in that brief moment, you realize that this script that's written on this small rune, it translates for you. You still don't know what language it is. You just still don't know what it really means. You don't know who wrote it, how it was written, or what the actual context of it is. The only
does it
thing-
look like the script out of the diary that we found?
It does. It looks very similar.
Well, that's useful.
And glancing at this, you realize, oh, why the fuck can I read this? Because as you keep your magic eyes on, the letter shifts and it kind of changes to the word blood red. Well, 2 words, sorry. Blood red.
Huh. Well, clear and concise. That's.
While you're troubling with that, Artemis, Lyra,
And-
what are the two of you doing?
I don't have my book, so
You
I
know-
can't identify this thing.
At this point, and if this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to lay down the hate. But what's it called? Prestidigitation allows me to make a small sensory effect, like a smell.
Yep.
Oh, I
And
know what you're doing.
Riddle me this, Jake. Do bath salts exist in this universe?
You mean
Bath salt.
smelling salts?
Smell
Or
it.
smelling salts, yes.
I'll say
Ammonia
sure.
exists. Ammonia exists.
People are aware of it.
I'm just gonna create that on, I don't know, Veyron this time.
Okay. Varen, give me a con save. You have advantage, even though you have disadvantage.
Oh, I made
As
it.
soon as you place it up to Varen, you see his eyes like shoot open, and he bonks his head against the actual ground itself. Varen, you take a d4 damage.
Knocks himself back out.
You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. You do not knock yourself back out, but you are in a lot of pain.
Did someone press on my face?
Oh, good, you're finally awake.
They caught you trying to cross the border.
Walked right into that vampire ambush. Shameless.
Come on, we back in college. I know I used to piss on people's face, but come on.
What?
What?
Yay, more favorite backstory.
This was not the time or place that I needed to
Jesus.
hear that.
There are some things that I wish that you would just maybe not mention ever.
Oh no, the Veyron and Lyra ship has caught fire.
This is unfortunate.
Well. as you can see, we're in quite the predicament. I'm going to see real quick if that works for those two. It may be, maybe them being damp here, it doesn't affect them. I'll do it on Vestel.
Okay. Vestel, give me a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Was my last one a 1?
Not yet. I
don't think-
I
No.
think you've had one more before. Or
No,
after.
your last
Okay.
one was a 5.
That one should have failed, I guess. But here it goes. Nope.
No, wait, all right.
Oh,
that's-
man.
Let's go.
You see Vestel's head like shifts, and it just turns to the side. But other than that, she does not wake up. You tried on Varus?
Yeah, it's a cantrip, so I might as well.
Sure,
Yeah.
Varus, give me. You have advantage.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Jesus Christ!
Baldur's Gate didn't even win anything here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this for whatever the hell's happening this session.
It's the Dampier, man. You can't smell like the Dampier, apparently.
It's the fucking.
Good to know.
Oh god!
Good to know.
You guys trying to walk in that room all over again. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Because they can't breathe.
Maybe you should stop giving us saving throws we're not good at, Jake.
Look, it's
Throw
a
more, throw more charisma saves at us, dear God.
Hey, I would love a deck save.
It's a fantasy game. If I can't get 8 hours of sleep in real life, I'm gonna do it in D&D.
All right, that's it. I'm done being polite.
Oh,
I'll get up and kind of walk over opposite side of the cage. I gotta make sure I don't have a certain thing here. Let's see.
yeah.
Divine Smite.
Are you making sure you don't have agonizing blasts?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna walk over on the opposite side. That way, I'm not in melee of them both, and do an Eldritch Blast on each of them at this point.
I'm still at disadvantage because we're
Yep.
pro. That's crazy.
Well, the good thing is you're not wearing armor, so
Isn't it critical because they're unconscious?
It
Yeah,
is.
it's melee.
They're incapacitated.
that's only if I'm
If
in
he hit.
melee.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
That's true. You might still miss,
it
unfortunately.
might still miss.
Yeah, go for it.
Artemis, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try and
Are
wake
you-
him up. I've been trying for the last half hour, and they won't wake up.
I don't agree with your methods.
So who is that to?
We'll say Varus for that one.
Okay, that misses.
That's funny.
Yeah, Varus has 15 AC.
He just rolls
Oh yeah,
over and he just
because
rolls
it's
over. and he-
5e.
It's
It's 5e, so deck supplies regardless.
Yeah.
Varus just rolls over in his sleep.
Just nonchalantly roll to the side.
Yeah.
Christ alive.
That's at Vistel.
Okay.
Don't tell
Uh,
me Vistel has like a 28 deck.
She
so I'll
has
cry.
a 20. No, she doesn't. That second one definitely hits Vestel. Vestel, you have a reduced DC and you have advantage.
Did she also take 8 force damage?
You also
Yes.
take 8 force damage.
Wait, what am I doing?
Advantage Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Hey,
Because you've just been shot.
Well, it's a good thing the DC was reduced.
What was the
DC was
DC?
8. And
hey, let's go.
there's a blaster in the face.
yeah, she rolls from the force and then like bumps her head against the side of the actual cage, and then at that point Vestel, you're like, ow, why? Ow, why? Ow. Your entire shoulder feels like it's been dislocated. Your head hurts like an absolute bitch.
I am extremely sorry for the rather rude awakening, but I have been trying to wake you all up for the past half hour, and you will not wake up. I don't know how he did it, but somehow Varus, his roguish canning or uncanniness may have just saved his ass, because he somehow rolled out of the way of the blast. I'm a little confused.
You know, I'm
does he
just
do it?
I've got
How
to
does he
learn,
do
bro.
it?
It just happened.
Instincts.
But yes, welcome to the land of the living.
Oh,
Thanks.
I feel so good.
As you can see, I kind of motion to the makeshift door that Lyra has made. We can leave.
Veyron, who are you giving that lesser restoration to? Yourself?
Yeah, I'll give myself, and I'll cast it. Again. Who else doesn't feel good? I don't know, something in me.
How about we try it on the guy that's unconscious right there still?
It's a good idea.
It's like I was hungover, but I always feel better.
So that one was on me.
Yeah. Anyone else? I got one more.
I think
No,
I'm
I'm
still
good.
poisoned.
I'd probably save it for when someone needs it desperately.
I mean, Vestelle is still poisoned.
Okay, one more. All my second level spell slots.
Boom. Vestelle is no longer poisoned. Does Veyron, you now manage to restore the rest of you to a understandably okay state.
Are we bleeding? Why am I bleeding? Someone hit me?
You're not entirely sure.
I don't
I'm
know,
still
but
sneezing.
if you've restored Varus, please shake him awake. Do something. Throw him across the. So I don't care. Please just get him up.
I shake him awake normally.
Okay, give me a con
boy.
save.
boy.
Varus, because you are no longer poisoned, the DC is significantly reduced.
Oh wow! Can't
It's
wait
a
to roll
5.
a 1.
It's a 5.
Can't wait to roll.
Please.
Can't wait to roll a 1.
Jake,
It's a
do
5.
not manifest this. Do not manifest this shit.
Oh my god!
Yeah, no.
And
Now,
look at that, I would have succeeded the original one. That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yep. As you grab him, you kind of shake him a little bit. Yeah, he wakes up. No issues.
Yeah, I just turned to Arm and was like, why didn't you just shake him awake?
I'll have you know. I tried. And he sat there, didn't do anything. I put him up against the cold metal.
No, you didn't.
Not an issue.
You
Someone
never
up
did that
against it. I assumed that if it didn't work with Vestelle, it wasn't gonna work with ours. You know, let's just leave. I just crawl out of the.
Where's Darcy?
a hole. He went to scout ahead because our normal scout was still unconscious.
Oh, good. You guys are still in the cage. Wonderful.
Still.
Yeah. You've been here for a while, I imagine. And then I walked into the room, and I suppose ended up here as well.
What, did you just like trip and fall in the cage?
Well, when we were upstairs fighting and things, you all disappeared.
Oh.
And I found you in here, along with a heartbeat and someone that looks like Vestelle.
And you decided
Kind
to
of point at
you-
join
Vestelle.
us?
What did you say? Someone like Vestel? You mean Vestel, right?
No, someone that looks like Vestelle. She's
Darcy-
right over there.
Right here.
Darcy brought up the fucking test tube, Vestel.
Can we not call it that?
Well, I haven't seen it, so I can't really say much about it.
I will
I
henceforth
hope I
call
don't
it.
see it.
I will henceforth call. Well, it's right there. I will henceforth call it. Not still.
Yes! There we go.
So yeah. Also, there is a torture chamber outside of this room, and a walls of blood. A lot of them.
Charming.
Walls?
Yep,
Lovely.
a lot of walls.
Well, we better start getting out of here and trying to find their stuff before whatever or whoever put us here comes
I-
rolling
I-
around.
I don't even know if I care about her stuff at this point. I
I
just
do.
want to get out.
Yeah, I think
I would prefer not to be naked when we leave.
Yeah, that would be preferred as well.
I mean, I would prefer also not to die. So whichever way leads us to not dying, I will take it.
I want to know what that test tube Vestel is doing there.
Yeah, I want to go check it out.
Okay.
Jake, just so that I'm... So, can I do an Arcana check now that I have Detect Magic going to see if I can't determine anything about this rune, how it might work, how I might open this door?
Sure, give me an Arcana check.
There we go.
You're pretty sure that you're just supposed to say the words that are on the rune.
Blood red?
As soon as you say blood red, nothing happens.
Need to say it in the language, don't I? Do you know the pronunciation? He says, looking at the doll.
Give me a religion check.
Can I hear him talking to himself?
Yeah.
Cool.
Why a religion check, not a persuasion check?
Give me a religion check.
14.
You don't hear anything back.
Oh.
But Varus,
Okay.
Vestel, as the two of you are approaching this set of kind of like metal construction, give me either a perception check or an investigation check, just to kind of look over the various different details and see if you spot anything strange.
It's about the same, I guess.
Ooh, okay. That's pretty
Nice.
good. Vestel, the first thing that you notice, well, Varus, you notice these things too, but as you guys are walking up, you can see that it's not so much an eerie resemblance to you as it is just more, she seems to very much look like you from afar. Her skin seems to be in a different shade of pale. She doesn't quite have the same pointed elf ears that you yourself have. Her hair is like a different type of thickness, though you don't know if that's like the entirety of the actual due to the liquid that she's residing within, and she seems to be shorter than you are. Though she does,
God damn it!
though she does resemble you if you were looking at her from, more than 15-20 feet away.
Why do I want to imagine that just happens randomly around us? Like, everybody fucking hears it. Nobody knows why. Nobody addresses it. It just
I would just like to stay. I saw Emily smile when you said short, and I was like, oh, she's laughing because she's taller than someone. And then I hear, you're a short motherfucker. I was like, that's what was coming.
Oh, I set myself up for that one. But as you the two of you walk closer, you can see that there's a console to the side of it with a variety of buttons, switches, and kind of like these knobs and twists and turns. Varus, you don't recognize any of these words. None of them make sense to you, and they don't... Like, you can kind of get a sense of what they might do, but, you don't know. However, Vestel, you can read that there's a few distinctive buttons and switches and settings that you can kind of adjust. The first one is release. It's a singular button, just bright red, sitting in the very center of the console. And you can read this because it seems to be written in the same script that the diary was written in. Glancing off to the side, you see a knob or a lever that kind of switches between three settings. Currently, it seems to be residing upon a setting called Sustain. You see Sustain, Enhance, and Repair. On the other side, you see another set of kind of weird settings, and you see at the very top it says Fill, in the middle it says Drain, and at the bottom it says Clean.
Do we want to do anything with this body? There's a few buttons here. Seem to affect the two.
Affect how?
It says fill, clean, release, enhance.
Not this one.
Definitely not the last two.
Why can you clean it?
It doesn't have the spaces.
Well, assuming that this individual here is actively in there, I would imagine it needs to. have some form of a cleaning system after them. But I personally wouldn't want to mess with it. I mean, they seem straightforward in what they do, but
Maybe after we find our clothes, I'm more willing. I don't like being naked like this.
yes, if anything, maybe at least when we get
Bring you
all
back
of
to your
the-
college days.
Well, I did do it once, running around
don't.
campus naked, but
You don't have to tell the story.
He
It
ran
was
the naked
on-
mile.
yes, it was on a dare. I don't choose to do this.
And I didn't choose to hear this. Here we are.
Does my nat 20 give me anything else about this room? Or anything in general?
Yeah, sorry, I was getting to that.
Okay, cool.
You can see that the tubes that are connecting to this woman in front of you, all of the tubes go up to the top of this, like, chamber she's resting in, and then it drains over, or, like, it brings over from the massive circular, like, heartbeat that you can hear from behind it. And you very much realize that there's a couple of options. She's either being drained of her blood, or blood is being put through her, or it's something else. You had seen that the blood within those jars were getting, like, their levels were going down and then back up, so you can only assume that it's doing something. And given that the switch is currently sitting on sustain, you can only assume that she is being sustained in her current state.
Mhm.
You think.
Okay.
A lot of
I mean-
inferences from perception, but you know.
Yeah. Well, I believe currently whatever she's been hooked up to is also leading to that. Like, point at the giant circle thing that sounds like a heart. And I imagine she's being sustained by the mountains of blood vials that I saw in another room. Or
Pain.
it's going to that thing, which is then giving it to her.
So, come back in a bit then when we have all our stuff. Check it
I
out.
would prefer to have my things, yes.
Okay. Speaking of things, who wants a weapon? Not everyone at once now.
If no one else does, I will.
Depends on the weapon.
The stealth spoke up first. I'm gonna
Wait,
halberd and hand it to her.
Mm-hmm.
thank you. So I'd like to. Wait,
Do
it's just a Albert, or because I remember you got my weapon at the ball. I don't know how that works.
I can give it back to you. I gave it back to you after that.
Yeah,
I can create
okay.
any weapon, so
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this
Okay.
is a bog standard halberd.
yeah, it's just a standard 1d10 weapon. You're proficient with it, but
Thanks.
Darcy, are you still there? You stopped talking to yourself.
You had heard Darcy maybe about 30 seconds ago say blood red, and then whisper something to himself. And that was about it.
I still call out to him.
I mean, can I hear? My passive perception is not that good. It's a 10.
Yeah, you don't hear anything. You hear, like, the dull heartbeat from the other room, and that's about it.
He might be dead.
Well,
It's
Darcy's
not
probably,
good.
Darcy's probably walking back by now.
What's up,
Because there's
Lara?
literally nothing around here.
What were you saying,
Well-
Lara?
Well, that's probably not good.
Ah, good.
Yeah, the rest of you watch
Oh.
as Darcy kind of walks
He's
back
alive.
to you.
Oh, right now, all of you are awake. And Darcy is currently using the doll to cover himself.
That's weird.
Yeah, everyone is naked.
Congratulations, you have a cover.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna heal everyone. We're all not hurt. Oh no, I can't. I need a component.
Artemis, are you taking a dip in the water? Or blood?
No, I was more walking on that little like open space there. I was walking adjacent to it.
Okay. Fair enough.
We're not touching the blood, Jake.
What? Come
Kill
on,
everyone.
it's harmless. It's just red-colored water.
I don't
then
mind
You
that.
get 6 HP.
I believe all of you get 6 HP, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to heal the woman in the test tube.
Is Lyra's token still over in the cage?
Yes.
Hey, Lyra, come over here.
Okay.
Come over here.
Someone's gonna have to hold my hand.
Yeah, Lyra is, you realize that Lyra is effectively blind.
We should
yeah, I
probably have
forgot.
Estelle do that right now.
Forgot that humans exist.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'll go get her.
Right, so
Come
I've
on.
gone forward a little bit. Behind, there's some shelves of just
Blood.
jars and jars of blood, yes.
Yeah, and then the torture room.
Yes, and
Yep. And then a door with the sigil on.
yes, it says blood red, and
Oh.
I have no idea what language it's supposed to be said in. So I think we're going to have Lyra do that. Or not like Visel.
Lyra? You think we're going to have Lyra do that?
I don't know. This whole situation is getting to me.
I mean, it could be worse.
How could it be worse?
One or all of us could be dead.
That's true. We were very vulnerable.
That's true. We still are.
Yes, I don't have a weapon, Veyrun. I assume you still have some magic left.
I
The
can
only-
still feel my connection with Lane, so that's something.
Right, but you don't have a holy symbol or anything like that.
Yeah.
Now would be a great time to tell us you have it embedded in your skin. For some godforsaken reason.
Well, I
Embedded in
was
the
thinking about tattoo before, but I'll still not to.
Well, shall we check out this door that probably only Vestel can open?
right.
Yes, that's.
Also, did any of you figure anything out about that? Pointing to the two.
Well, it's got controls that Vestel can read and is most likely sustaining itself from the blood in the other room.
Yeah. And also
I'm
I've
going
blood
to-
now.
I'm not going to touch the controls, but I'm going to check something real quick. As Darcy is going to go and look at the control with the detect magic eyes on.
Yeah. You get the same thing. You see fill, drain, clean, 3 buttons on the left. A singular large red button in the center that says release. 3, like,
And then a dial.
yeah. It's like a dial that goes between repair, enhance, and sustain, and it's currently on sustain.
Okay, whatever language this is, using. If you can detect magic, you can read it.
Oh. So unique.
Also, mildly concerning because if one's language is so deeply tied in with magic, I can't imagine the possible connotations of that.
Yeah, and one of us just knows it for some reason.
Look, I don't know why. Okay, don't. I just do.
Question: how would you say? Can you maybe search your mind to see how you might say blood red in this language?
Yeah, it comes to the surface immediately. Blood red in the other language is spoken like meh.
Yeah.
Meh. No, it's
You easily could have stumbled upon it.
like there is an actual kind of wording that you have to go through it, but I didn't make up an entire completely fictional language for this, so I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry.
Bro, what the
I'm not
fuck?
Jay.
Bro. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Not
You're
Tolkien,
when my
man.
DM isn't Tolkien.
You're not Tolkien? That's crazy.
I mean, I
I'm
could. If you
disappointed.
really wanted me to, I could construct an entirely new language specifically for this. I'm not
Please
going
do
to,
not.
but, I can.
It would really liven up the in-person sessions that we're going to have.
Yeah, I'll just start tossing you guys bits of paper that you'll have to use a fucking cipher to translate.
Yeah, that's great. And we have to speak
Honestly,
it.
I'd be down for that.
I have something planned, but nothing like that.
Oh god.
Okay. I hope you have our character sheets printed out as well.
Don't worry about it. I'll have everything online. I'll
Okay.
still have
That's
everything
good.
online.
Right, so anyway, let's go tell that to the door.
I just don't
Yeah.
walk.
Come on, Lyra. Let's go.
And I have no idea what's going on with the blood, just don't touch it.
Is this the blood that I drank earlier, by the way?
Yeah.
Yep, cool. I've already drank some of this. We don't talk about it.
Are you feeling fine?
Well,
Of course you did.
I'm alive.
I mean, you
I
did end up
felt
in the same
great in the
cage.
moment.
I guess you're still breathing. Or not breathing.
Okay, hang on. Before we go through the store,
Mm-hmm.
are we worried about being split up again?
Probably should be.
Okay. I can do something, but I need to. One of you needs to let me slash you with my halberd.
Go ahead.
It doesn't need to be a big thing, but where is it?
I mean, Artemis shot you. Artemis shot you earlier.
You could just poke him for 1 damage.
Okay, I'll do that, and I will use my brand of castigation. So now I will know where you are if we get separated.
Nice.
Wonderful. Someone with a weapon can come to my rescue if I need it. You left Lyra behind.
I told her, I tried to grab
Okay.
Jay, can you drag Liar's
Where
token
everyone
over
go.
here?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, there she is. Okay.
Oh, wonderful. She didn't get
It
lost.
was so dark. I'm so scared.
Dilly dallying.
You could say you're naked and afraid.
God damn it, you stole my fucking joke.
I think
Gotta
it'll
cook her on that punchline.
Hey,
Not me dragging her through walls and revealing stuff. That's fine, whatever.
You see like a trail.
Oops.
Don't worry, I don't know what it means.
Right, so let's get this door open.
Okay. I will say the words and see if it opens.
You say the words, and within half of a moment, the entire door just clicks, and it vanishes on the spot.
Holy shit, it took 45 seconds to open that door. That's crazy.
oh,
As you glance into the room ahead of you, I didn't have time to really decorate it, so my bad, but you walk into the actual room itself and kind of glance around to either side, and to your left you see what appears to be a large 4-poster bed that is rather comfortable for the most part, and would be fine if it wasn't for the terrifying figure that you see currently sleeping in the midst of it. It's Lady Estella.
oh, come on.
Arms crossed, slightly sunken into the actual bed itself, and you can see what appears to be like a wooden frame around her. In the
You've
shape
got to
of
be
a-
kidding me.
She's a vampire, right?
She is a vampire.
Well, would
Um,
we... We're in a curious situation. Would we know the whole bit about vampires and whatnot like that?
All of you can give
In
me a
this setting?
nature check.
Oh, nature.
A nature?
Arcana.
What?
That's not better.
It's about the same for each, Jake.
It's better for me.
Oh, natural.
Never mind, I'm good at these.
What were the two again? Sorry.
Arcana or nature?
Arcana or nature.
Oh.
Okay. Everybody did pretty well.
For once, we all have above a 10.
Impossible.
On an intelligence check.
Darcy, Varus,
Of all
Aaron,
things.
Artemis, Lyra, and Vestel. Actually, sorry, Varus is the only one who doesn't get this.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All of you would know that.
I don't research vampires.
What the fuck is going on? What is this? Why is she here? She died. There is no such rumor as vampires being able to return to their coffins after death in this setting. They are incapable of doing that. Varus, you're like, that's her, right? Holy shit, she lived.
Man, that's crazy that that thing didn't work on her. Maybe it won't work on us.
Darcy is going to start scanning the room to see if he can't find their stuff.
Actually, Darcy, your eyes are still on, correct?
Yes.
Glancing over at Lady Estella, you realize her entire body is like lightly glowing.
What kind of magic?
I need to go find it. Give me a second.
Whatever magic simulacrum or clone is.
Probably transmutation or conjuration.
I think that's necromancy.
I
or maybe,
believe
yeah.
It is
One of the two.
necromancy.
I think clone is. I think clone is necromancy.
Yes.
Yeah, clone is. Simulacrum, I think, is something else. I think transmutation.
I think it's conjuration.
Or one of the two, I don't know.
You
Jake.
see necromancy coming from
I
this.
actually have a thing that gives me intelligence or advantage on intelligence checks to recall information about
Undead.
vampires and
You
stuff.
have advantage then. Go for it.
Let's see if I can.
Simulacrum is actually illusion.
Yes.
What the fuck is 5e?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Darcy. Actually, Veyrun and Darcy can give me medicine checks.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay.
Do that.
I'm not going to succeed it.
Darcy,
Uh-huh.
I mean, that thing looks terrifyingly alive. Veyrun, you realize it's not alive. There is not even the minimum required movement that comes from it. The skin is much paler than when you had seen her, and it looks like either suspended animation or something else.
Weird.
But also, as
She
you look to the
seems-
right side of the room, the rest of you all see a bunch of chests with equipment.
I think that's our stuff.
I think.
It's trap.
Does anyone want to go and make sure she doesn't wake up?
Yeah.
I can make sure
Oh,
she doesn't
Artemis
wake
has
up.
the weapon.
Probably the sneakiest person, maybe.
Okay.
I'm already like holding the blade kind of above head, slowly walk.
Yeah, you walk over, slowly walking over, and Artemis, you realize that something kind of like shifts in your vision as you get closer. And as you get within 5 feet, like 10 feet of it, something hits your nose, and it's just the very beginnings of rot. As you glance over at the actual body itself and you kind of like take a very focused look at it, you realize that the skin is beginning to rot off.
I get the feeling that she was so sound in what she was doing. I think she expected her clone spell to work, and then we just vaporized her essence with the relic.
Probably.
Maybe.
That would be pretty funny.
You should still stab her, nonetheless.
Yes.
You know.
Oh, that's, thank you for saying that. It means so much.
Yeah, with honestly 0 issues. You walk over, Artemis, and
They're
like
lying.
with your first sword that sinks into the body, the entire skeletal structure and surface of it just collapse inwards, and you realize, oh, that's fucking gross. Before a bunch of maggots and bugs begin to come
Oh my
out of
goodness.
the actual body itself, and you're like, oh, as you walk away.
Guys, I am so good at killing shit that I hit her so hard that she went forward about like 2 weeks in time for decay.
Okay.
Damn, I'm good.
Darcy's just gonna start looking through the chest for their stuff.
Yeah, You all managed to find all of your equipment and 2 additional pieces of loot.
Ooh!
What? The other bodies in
Find-
here?
Sorry, give me 1 second. You find 1 scroll of Feeble Mind.
Oh, interesting.
And
I will hold on to that.
what's the other one? It was Ring of... I think it was a Ring of Resistance.
Ooh.
Yeah, Ring of Resistance.
What does a ring of resistance do?
As you kind
Exactly.
of pick it up, you realize that there is a singular jewel that is set within it. It appears to be a ring of something resistance, though you don't know what it is.
Darcy will pull out his book and identify that shit.
Okay, yeah, it's a ring. It's a ring of resistance.
As soon as he has
specifically-
pants on.
Yeah. It's a ring of resistance, specifically topaz. So you have radiant resistance.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, who wants resistance to bright lights?
I prefer not to use that. I like my connection with the holiness.
Darcy
I-
will pass it over to Vars.
I was about to say, it might be good for Forest if it's still, you know.
Yeah.
It is
I think that helps.
specifically, yeah. So you pick it up, you put it on, and you have to attune it to it because you put it on and
Yeah.
it doesn't do anything.
That's fine. Not now, obviously, but we'll get there eventually.
I'm just wondering if there's any rhyme or reason to how our stuff is stored in these chests or what.
No, it seems to be bundled in the order that you were removed from. So Varus'
is
stuff
that-
is by himself, Varun's stuff is by himself.
Okay.
The rest of you are not. It's all just scattered in the same chest.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, my stuff is just
That's fine.
perfectly by itself.
Yeah, me too.
I imagine Darcy's just going through it, pulling out clothes, pulls out someone's underwear. Okay, whose is this?
No one says anything.
Probably Artemis, let's be honest.
What the fuck?
Is it yours?
Yes.
Yes, what I thought.
Well,
Alright.
should be.
But you have all your equipment and this creature is no longer there.
Practically wasn't there to begin with.
Anything else cool in this room?
There's a few paintings on the walls. One of them is of Lady Estella Van Grace. And it's like an actual decent painting, unlike the terrifying painting you guys had seen in the main hall.
Does it look like this was her bedroom?
No, this
Or is
doesn't
it just
look like
like
it was a bedroom. This looks like
Okay.
a room that probably... Well, there's a bunch of, like, dust just residing over the actual room itself. It was probably more a storeroom or a safe room than it was anything else.
Well, I suppose before we leave, we should not leave this room. Decide what we want to do with whatever's out there.
I mean, we could also just inform Lord Van Bloom.
We could, but I imagine he might, well, maybe end up in the same situation we were.
I
Oh, who knows?
highly doubt it, but
Well, it managed to capture the blade speed.
I want to point something else out as well. We still don't have a way out.
Very
What do you
true.
mean?
Varus,
There should be a staircase.
over at where the staircase would have been. You don't see anything. It's just a stone wall.
Was it this one over here?
Oh,
Or
I
on the
didn't
other
draw
side?
like the full torture room in here because I didn't think
Oh,
there was
yeah.
any reason to. But it's like
But,
way,
okay.
it's like way down here.
I mean, I will definitely go to the torture room and where the staircase most likely would have been, and just kind of try to look at the wall, like an investigation check, see if there's any indentation of anything that might have been there.
You kind of look at the wall, and as you place your hand upon it, you kind of move it around. You're like, "Huh, that's weird." And then very, very quickly, you find that there is like a massive floor to ceiling, almost like small turning kind of surface on the actual stone. And then you push it in ever so slightly, and the entire staircase descends.
Well, there you are.
Oh,
You didn't have to make a check because it was very obvious once you touched the wall.
Cool.
I mean, it still begs the question: who did this to us?
I guess it was a trap put in place by Van Grace when she was alive.
Or it's whatever in that tube,
Hmm.
because it's technically alive.
I
Was that the
mean,
only tube, or were there more?
There was only a singular tube and a singular beating heart.
I mean, it's the only way to get answers.
We could release her, but just be prepared. Also,
we
we should
wanted-
probably put up some lights if we're going to release her so that Lyra can see.
probably a good idea.
You can just also cheer on from the back in the darkness.
She's cheering on, but she's like facing a wall.
She starts sinking into the
Also-
river of blood.
Also, question. The not Stell. Are they also just naked in the tube?
Yep.
Also, if we're going to try to be maybe, because this might be friendly, should we try and have some clothes prepared for them?
If I
prob-
may ask that,
It was jarring enough for me waking up naked in a strange place.
Oh, yeah. How should we treat her? Should we treat her as an enemy or as a friend or friendly?
Jake,
For all we know, Vestel has a sister. Do you have a sister? Do you remember?
Give me a history
I
check with
don't.
disadvantage.
Oh,
Jake, real quick question.
What's up?
With that nat 20, she's clearly unclothed.
Mhm.
Was I able to see any mark that, like, what Vestel has, like the slave thing on her at all, or no?
She did not have it.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh man. No brain.
I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1. Fuck.
yeah, it's 2 1s.
Double on that one. I'm gonna go with that. Oof on that one. But no. Surprisingly, in the locations where you remember Vestel having those, she did not have any of those. Her skin was
Okay.
relatively smooth and no marks were on it.
Well, I mean, truthfully, seeing as how this is a vampire thing, you're more closely related to them than I am. It's up to you. What would you like to do, Vestel?
Well, there's a drain button. It's not necessarily release. We could try that.
Here's something else. One of the options there was repair. Does that repair the tube? Or does that repair the occupant?
I assume the
They might be
occupants?
injured.
I mean, they've got holes in their body where the tubes are in. I assume.
Well, I would assume that we would want to, if we are going to release it, just release it as is.
Well, what if she dies as soon as she comes up because she wasn't repaired?
Probably better exist. Her existence right now is probably not that enjoyable. So
If she's even aware of it, for all we know, she's brain dead.
and wait, can we tell that was she a vampire?
She was very pale, but her eyes were closed and her mouth is currently closed.
Was I could feel something, obviously, from the cell. Was I able to feel anything from her?
From the...
The Dampier thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
It's very similar, but it's much stronger. She's not a Dampier.
Okay.
You get the same feeling that you get from her that you got when you walked past Lady Estella.
Okay. So definitely a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
All the more reason not to repair it fully then.
Well, we have that artifact. if we leave her here and she, gets out and I don't know, turns into another Lady Estella, we don't want that. We have the means, if we know that she's evil, to end her now.
I imagine at the very least we should try talking to whoever it is. Maybe you can get some information from them that you've been wanting.
Yeah.
They might know you.
Okay. So we should play friendly. But if it turns bad, we try and restrain her and question her. And if it really turns bad, we just end her.
And I
Right.
think
Preemptively to that, can someone pass me one of the non-science health potions?
Nonsense.
Do we have any?
that's
I
a
think
good
we-
question.
I think we do.
I don't think I have any.
Presumably,
Well, I
could
you
give
have
them
10.
Ooh.
Unless they've put potions of health in there and then added the question mark after and it counted that.
No, I have a separate thing called potion of
Okay.
question mark. I have a
Yeah.
single potion of healing on me.
Me too.
As do I.
Oh, 0.
Who's got the other 7?
Don't look at me. I got nothing.
Your other character sheets
It
again.
doesn't look like Lyra has any. No, Lyra has 1.
Oh yeah, I have 1.
When did I get 1?
I think we got a bunch and we just split them up.
Very
Yeah,
Yeah,
rarely
we
has-
have-
At least
We
not
split
one.
up a bunch of the regular ones between the lot of us.
Varus has.
I only have a regular one.
1. Vestel has.
I think I know I used a healing potion that I had.
Okay, I'll give out 1 more healing to everyone. So we're all ready. Just in case.
Make sure that you have a spell slot for if things go really, really bad for someone.
I think it might be counting the potions of healing in some of the other character sheets.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, because remember it counted everyone's gold across the entire game. not just
Right.
us.
Right.
Okay, let me go see if I can find it.
But yes, I would say that we go ahead and release it as is. We have
Okay.
Estelle and someone else perhaps ask questions to it.
Yeah, I could
And
give her
if
some
it's-
direction.
Let's be honest here. If it's going to be anything like an older vampire of some sort, it's probably only going to be able to speak a language that Vestel will understand.
Hopefully she's more communicative than the last vampire we met, so
And then
it hurt my feelings.
All right. Well,
That's because you got your expectations way too high for that conversation there.
let us hope that this pool of blood that surrounds everything doesn't do anything.
Right.
well, let's go.
Okay, there we go.
I'll
The-
pull out the
Yeah, the 5.
the
should not be
artifact.
accurate.
Poggies.
That looks more accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, where are the other 7 then?
Question: is this tube itself magical at all?
Is the tube itself magical at all? No. It is. It
Is
looks to
there
be
any?
purely
Is there anything
mechanical.
magical? Okay, anything magical running around it, like maybe the heart thing?
Glancing backwards, the metal container for the heart that you, where the heart sound is coming from, is magical.
Before we do this, I'm going to try something. Darcy's going to identify the heart casing.
I'm gonna light a torch, by the way, and put it on the ground for Lyra. Just to have an ambient light.
As you attempt to identify it, it is out of your understanding. It's a casing. It's reinforced, but the actual function is out of your understanding. Which is very strange.
Did any of this seem familiar to me when I first saw it?
No.
So I don't learn like any properties or anything like that.
Nope.
What about the control panel? Is that magical at all?
The control panel, you can see that a few of the buttons and stuff were like powered by magic, but it doesn't seem like it's magically, like actually magical.
Right.
Truthfully, I would suggest we stay away from whatever that blood is over there.
Agreed.
And
Well, I'm standing here.
I don't know if Lyra has vision yet or not, but I did drop a torch for her.
Wait, question. Our clothes, they aren't cleaned at all, are they? From all the...
There's dirt, grime, and blood all over all of them.
Artemis, can you please do prestidigitation to clean the clothes, please?
At a time like this,
Yes!
you're not talking to the king of the land. It's assumedly a vampire. Oh, it's a vampire. Yeah. I had prestidigitation, everyone.
Yeah, that's right. First impressions matter.
The blood that seems to be coating the majority of your body kind of washes away. A lot of it gets dripped onto the ground, but you know, it's not on you anymore.
What happens when it drips on the ground?
You can see that all of it begins to kind of like slowly move towards the actual pools.
Lovely.
That's horrifying. I thought I noticed it earlier, but that's even more horrifying to have that confirmed.
Lyra, Vesta, because either of you two have extra clothes. Maybe that'll help. You offer it to her.
Apparently I have fine clothes in my inventory.
Yeah, that's from the party.
Yeah.
I have apparently been carrying around common clothes. Hope those are the ones that are
That's
in my
the thing is
inventory.
usually the one you
Got a
wear.
backup set.
Okay. I don't know if the one that you usually wear is included in your. But I have.
Yeah. Yeah, usually wearing like traveling or not common clothes, and then have another
Yeah,
set of
underneath
clothes.
armor and stuff usually.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are all of you doing?
Oh, I'm just waiting there with the blade in one hand and then the artifact in the other.
Yeah, I think Varus is probably waiting there with a rapier, just in case. Just kind of his hand on it.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna look threatening like these guys. I'm gonna have my sword sheathed.
Yeah, I
With
thought we were trying to
animals.
be. I thought we were trying to make a good first impression.
Yeah.
It's sheathed.
I do
Just
summon my blade,
prepare.
but I'm still holding the artifact.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll keep my
Look,
halberd on my back. Oh. What happens with the other one that you gave me? The other halberd?
Oh, it's fine. I summoned it back.
Just go to okay.
It disappears.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's a sword now.
Okay. Before we do anything, can we take like a 5-minute break?
Sure. Let's take a
Okay.
short break before we get back onto this.
Sounds good.
This session is going well.
I think it's going fantastic.
I love that literally Van Grace is just completely gone because they weren't betting that the artifact was going to just utterly destroy them in their entire being.
It's a good thing I did that.
Yes,
I
actually.
had the foresight to. It was all part of the plan.
Well,
Oh,
neither
you tell
yourself
confirm
that.
nor deny.
They announced that they're making a Marvel Blade game made by Arcane Studios.
Who is Arcane Studios?
They're the people that made the Dishonored games.
Oh,
Yeah, Dishonored and also Prey.
Yeah, Prey.
And Redfall.
Yeah, did they make Redfall?
did they make Redfall?
I
Pretty
think
sure
they
they
made. Hold on.
They announced Redfall. I don't know if it ever came out.
'Cause I know they
it
did make,
no, Redfall
Deathloop.
definitely came out.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it on their list of games. It says, oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, they did make Redfall and
They don't want to talk
so-
about it. They don't talk about that one.
I don't think anybody wants to talk about it because
Yeah,
that's not a
I did see someone
The
earlier
recent
say
reviews
that,
are mostly positive, apparently.
Yeah, I think it was because when it came out, it was like really bad and like really heavily on live service. A lot of people were saying that they think that Arcane Studios like intentionally made it bad because investors were pressuring them to make a live service game, so they made it bad. That way, they're like, "Oh yeah, we don't want to do that again."
If I recall correctly, they had a very similar process when they were making Prey, although it was more so. Bethesda told them, "Hey, we want you to make Prey. What you're making, it needs to be Prey." It's like, okay, and they just slapped the title Prey on the title. They just slapped Prey for the title.
Yeah, it looks like they were. The Blade game's gonna be made by Arcane and Bethesda. It said.
That's cool.
Also, I just want to say Baldur's Gate 3 got robbed on Best OST.
I imagine people just busting in there with boom boxes, just loudly playing Down by the River.
I was thinking Raphael's final act.
Yeah, that too. That was a full-on Disney villain moment.
Because someone said, "Wait, how did Final Fantasy beat it?" And then they said, "Like, can we have Final Fantasy?" And then Mom's like, "We have Final Fantasy at home," and it's a picture of Gortash in Baldur's Gate. Because everyone says he looks like a Final Fantasy protagonist.
He's like a kind of fucked up Noctis.
Yeah, he looks like Noctis.
He looks like Noctis if all his friends died when he was a teen and was like 20 years older.
He looks like Noctis going through a fucking midlife crisis.
Who does?
Gortash.
Have you guys seen the ending where he? Actually, never mind.
I want to point something else out as well. There's a whole. I saw something that it's talking about like how apparently 50% of people romanced Shadowheart.
Yeah.
And then it had a side-by-side comparison with the fucking AO3 tags for like all the fanfics and shit.
Yeah.
And fucking none of them involved Shadowheart. And all the, like it was literally 90% of it was Asterion.
Well, yeah, it's because
right.
So there's two things.
And then down at the bottom was Dirge Gortash.
Yeah, the thing with that is I saw someone break it down where apparently the statistics that they posted on Twitter was also from people who have finished the game. Specifically, it was people who made it to Act 3 and finished it out, and that's what the romance they got was. And so a lot of people were saying that because like fandom sites and whatnot like that are like people who write stuff like that are majority women. So it only makes sense if the majority of players who like the majority of the players in Baldur's Gate 3 are males, so it's only natural that the three main like male romance options were up there.
Yeah. But still, it's fucking hilarious to me
I also
that
don't know any guys that read fanfiction.
Yeah.
I still
Alright.
find it fucking. I still find it hilarious
I know.
that before anything involving Shadowheart is listed on there, Dirge Gortash.
Yeah, bro. The
It's
romance.
a strange
between,
world we live in.
the romance between them, bro. Come on.
I didn't even see Karlach on there. And
Maybe.
Karlach is for all people.
Fair. But looks like everybody here is back. Let's determine what you guys are gonna do. What does the party proceed with?
Clearly, we're playing Mass Effect 2 and we're about to release Grunt.
God, if only.
I was thinking releasing Legion, but you know.
I don't know any of those references. So,
You should try Mass Effect. It's fun.
Very good game.
Good series.
The first game is a bit of a slog, but it's worth it.
play games to play in order.
You don't have to. I played 3, then 2, then 1.
I mean, it's the same thing with Dark Souls. I played Dark Souls.
Technically, I played Andromeda, then 3, then 2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ew.
I'm sorry that
No. This worked well.
Oh, he
Because I
played the
started
worst
with
first.
Andromeda. Yeah, exactly. So it worked out.
Fair enough.
And legitimately as well, you can just watch somebody play one, then you can...
Okay.
then-
All right. We're not here for the Sunday game. We're here for.
Okay, fine. The Sunday game that you haven't joined in months.
I said I couldn't
Well, he's
attend
done,
anymore.
yeah.
I know. That's not me being judgmental. That's just me saying.
I need the time, man. Okay.
That's
But
fine. They're gonna die anyway.
Probably.
okay. But yeah. What's
We're on
going
top of we're on top of a powder keg that might wake up a thresher moth.
Oh, still? It was like 2 months ago.
They went back.
Oh,
We went back.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. Back to this game. But yeah, all of you find yourselves currently standing in front of the actual console itself, looking up at this woman who's currently floating in this test tube.
Okay, well, I think we can agree that we're not going to hit release or enhance.
I thought we were in
Enhance?
agreement that we were hitting release.
I think it was
Well,
repair.
I
we
think
weren't
we
gonna
can-
hit.
I'm thinking we hit drain first.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's going to drain the liquid.
Oh, yeah,
that's in
that's-
here.
Or it could
That's
drain
actually
all
a
the
good
blood out of
idea.
her body.
And killer?
I mean, do you want me to just hit release?
Well, that's what Artemis said.
I mean, I don't know. I would imagine if we just release it now, that whatever that substance within it is would just fall out. Granted, I don't know what it is. It could be acid or something similar, and it could also just be very deadly poison, and we all die the moment it leaks out. Who knows?
I mean, yeah, if everyone is fine with that, maybe take a step back before we do that.
Try and release them.
I think. Actually, wait, no. Fill and drain. I think drain first. Just going off of what is actually next to it.
Sure. Sounds fine by me. I don't think it will drain all the blood of her body, but just be
No,
prepared
I
if it
think
does.
each one references like a different aspect. Like filter,
Different step.
drain clean has to do with the
Yeah.
liquid in the case itself, whereas release is obviously opening it, and then repair, enhance, sustain refers to her well-being. I would imagine.
Okay. I
Which I
will.
suppose begs the question of repair.
That's true. But let's see if we can get any answers by hitting drain first.
Okay. So, as soon as drain is hit, the button kind of sinks into the dashboard itself. You hear a loud before you hear this heartbeat stop. You look at the test tube for a brief moment and nothing really happens until you see the liquid line begin to kind of slowly start descending.
Okay, that's good.
And she starts to descend with it as well. As she now... There's nothing holding her up anymore. She kind of collapses onto the ground at the bottom and falls face first
Oh,
on the interior of it. You can see all 6 of the tubes that were attached to her ribs have come out, and there is blood spurting out both of her sides and out of the tubes, which is now
Might want to
slowly
hit repair.
filling up the actual interior, and it gets to
Oh,
halfway like within seconds. And you hit repair.
Repair?
Maybe you should have hit repair first.
I did say.
It's a
Maybe
knob.
hit-
It's currently still on sustain.
Yeah, it's gonna hit repair.
You're gonna turn it to repair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
turn it
muted,
to-
by the way, still.
Oh, I didn't know it was a knob. I thought it was buttons.
No. The repair, enhance, and sustain. That's a knob.
Oh,
Fill, drain,
okay.
clean are 3 buttons.
Repair.
You
Or I guess
twist it
repair.
over to repair. Nothing happens.
Okay, I'm just gonna hit release.
Okay. You hit release, and rather than anything moving, you see the glass exterior of this thing just kind of like disappears. And the entire, like by the time you had hit release, unfortunately the entire interior of the test tube had filled up with blood. So I need Artemis, Estelle, Varus, Veyrun, Lyra, and Darcy to give me dexterity saving throws.
I would have used Mage Hand.
Oh, so there.
I'm guessing.
Lyra, do you have danger sense? You have advantage.
Oh no.
Just one of them days, I'm telling you.
Well,
I'm
You
chicken
know what? No, fuck it.
the
Actually,
area
no,
is
I'm
pretty
saving.
big, so like
I assume like alert herb servant doesn't help at all.
no, it would have been anybody within 30 feet of it, which is all of you. And yeah, okay, okay.
I mean, I have evasion if that matters.
Well, it doesn't deal damage, so it doesn't matter.
I figured.
I guess it's just so that we don't get hit with blood.
And specifically, Varus. Sorry, who succeeded? Vestel succeeded, Veyron succeeded, Artemis succeeded. Okay.
I hella did not succeed.
Varus, you get sent back 20 feet, so you get sent back this direction.
Ew,
Lyra, you
no.
get sent back 20 feet
Lovely.
to
Fine,
here.
but fine.
Darcy gets sent back 20 feet to here.
Oh, cool. I'm the only one in the blood pool. Great.
Varus, as you kind of like, ugh, you realize your entire torso is one now covered in blood, and your toes are kind of dipping in the blood. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Son of a bitch. No, cool.
You're like, huh. As the rest of you watch as Varus just kind of like sinks his face into the blood and starts drinking.
Great.
I can't imagine that's good for him.
Ew.
Fucking goddamn it.
Mm.
That's a curse gift.
But yeah, within 6 seconds, the rest of you watch as Varus kind of like rips his face out of the water. You're fine. You're very full.
Does my health regain at all?
No. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Woo!
You're
You've
good.
overstepped yourself at Thanksgiving dinner.
He's extra
You're
fine.
good at those.
Okay, you succeed. That means you're only taking half of this, which is good.
Oh,
You take half of 29 points of damage at 14.
what type is that? What type of damage is that?
It is poison damage.
Oh,
As Varus, you now step out of the pool, and the rest of you watch as he just pukes all of it up.
Ew.
All of the liquid
will
has
be
exited
right
your body, which is good.
Great.
But you can
I'll
see
be right
that
back.
all of it is now slowly drifting back towards the pools.
Oh.
And glancing over, you can see that 6 tubes are still just squirting out blood. Like they're just high pressure.
okay, good. It was the tubes that were squirting out the blood, not her.
You look at her, she's still like, there's still a lot of blood coming out of her sides.
Can we heal her?
Byron, you're gonna want to heal her.
Could I have
I don't know if I can.
Could I have tried to catch her if she was falling off out of the tube?
She didn't fall out of the tube. She like
Okay.
face planted and is currently like face down, ass up in the middle of the tube.
Okay. Varun?
Okay, I'll try healing away. I mean,
Thank
it's,
Oh, sorry. Why am I
Okay.
rolling as Darcy? I shouldn't be rolling as Darcy. My bad. You're gonna try and heal her?
yeah. Unless it's a positive, negative energy bullshit.
No, this isn't Pathfinder. Okay. And as soon as you heal her, you see this the wounds on her side like close enough that she's not just like shooting blood out of her ribs,
Mm-hmm.
but she is very much still unconscious. You think, or you're not entirely sure.
Oh, she lost a lot of blood. It's unreasonable amount of blood. Too much for a normal human being.
Well, it's a good thing we know she's a vampire.
you can see the blood that's pooling around her is now getting like almost pulled off of the bottom of the test tube onto the ground and is slowly all sliding towards the pools on the side.
I feel like maybe we shouldn't have her wake up in here. Can we go to that other room?
You
mean the room
mean
with
with the
the-
maggot bed?
Yeah. A rotting corpse.
Better than her being surrounded by blood.
You now
Yeah.
see that the 6 tubes that were squirting out blood have now completely stopped. All 6 of them are like limp. And glancing over, Varus, at the edge of your dark vision, you can see that every single jar on the shelf is now empty.
Oh.
Wow.
Oops.
Has the heart stopped completely? Or the
Heart?
noise?
The noise has stopped, yes.
Oops. But you have to tap.
Wonderful.
Yeah, anyways, I don't want to awaken a vampire in a room full of blood.
Yeah, that's
Well,
move
I
it
could tell you
into-
this, it will kill her maybe if she's not immune to poison.
What? Okay, I don't think we want that right now either.
Yeah, I think we just take her into the other room.
Is she being
Right.
held by anyone right now?
I'll pick her up.
Okay. As soon as you pick her up, give me a con save.
Hold on. Okay, so -3. Okay.
As you place your hand on like her shoulder to try and pick her up, in that very brief moment, your mind gets like run over, is what it feels like. As the rest of you watch as Vestel just kneels onto the ground, both of her knees hit the ground and she like prostrates in front of this creature. And in that moment, the rest of you watch as she just slowly begins to rise up and float in the air.
The Stella, the creature.
The creature. The
Okay.
the not Stell.
Wonderful. I suppose that means that she's not friendly.
Just tell you already.
Well,
Oh, what's going on?
oh right, the blood would have knocked out the torch.
Whoops.
As the rest of you, Lyra, you kind of try and get closer, but the torch has now gone out. It is now pitch black all around you, and all you could see is yourself.
Can I light myself a torch?
Yes, you can. You take out a torch from within your backpack and you light it, and you witness this woman currently like floating with her arms wide open like this, and you can see that slowly the heart starts beating once more. After the first beat, you could see bits like trails of this blood float up from within the pools and just coat her entire figure, and you see this black dress appear out of it.
Guys, I don't think that's not good.
Is the stealth still like
You have
out of it, or
I'm gonna put this into an initiative tracker, just so we know what's going on every second. Because
Lovely.
The
I need all
seconds
of you
matter,
to roll
huh?
Initiative, please, if you could.
Okay.
Am I conscious?
You are conscious.
Oh, okay.
It just feels like your head has been like run over, and you were forced to kneel and prostrate in front of this.
Is there an initiative thing, or do we just not have
No, there's an initiative thing.
There should be. Do you not see it?
there's one for me?
for me it's popped out. It popped
Right
out
click the
automatically.
combat encounters.
You could.
Yeah, it says no encounter.
What?
Reload.
Yeah.
Might be expensive.
That's weird. Here, let me end this combat encounter. Then close
God
this.
damn it.
Sorry.
No,
sorry.
I just reloaded.
I'm sorry. I think the reason was because it was your other version.
That's what I was thinking as well. I was like, it might be the other token that he deleted was probably the correct one.
Oops.
Okay, well, Jay, can you at least change my initiative back
So,
to 20?
this-
Yeah,
is
all
the
of you
fake
can
words.
take the initiative you rolled previously. You'll have to tell me what it was. What was
I
your
rolled
dice?
a 1.
23.
23.18.
Mine is 20.
Artemis's was 20.
Mine's
I'll just say 20. What was yours?
Yeah, mine's dot 15.
Viren?
a 1.
1?
1. One.
1.11.
We'll say 1.
I rolled a 1.
Varus,
Haven't rolled yet.
you haven't rolled yet, so you can roll your own. Lyra?
8.14.
Okay. Vistal?
21.15.
21.15. Nice.
My guy rolling at 9 on initiative.
Okay, now can you see it?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. I'm going to pause this, and we are going to...
By the way, her token vanished.
Yes. That's because this is the token that's replacing it.
That's the same one.
That is, yeah. But the one that I was using previous was the one that Emily had drawn up really quickly.
Oh,
That's what I figured. It looked like Emily art, and I was like,
where's the full one? I'm curious.
Emily, you can share it. Yeah, there it is. It looks great. It was
Oh.
really quick. I was like, I didn't tell.
Honestly, it kind of looked like a Titan for a second.
I was like, oh no.
But in that brief moment, Darcy, you have to act. You realize something is happening because her right arm is also now glowing.
What sort of magic? Because the eyes are still going.
It takes an action to try and identify. Would you like to? I'm pretty sure it requires you to concentrate.
Yeah, it does. Fuck. Yeah, use your... wait, no, that's to activate this. Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll use my action and I'll let the people who have probably a better opinion on this.
On her arm,
Yes.
it is some
Or just-
sort of divine magic. And the only other place that you've seen it, or at the very least have seen very similar things to it, has been Artemis summoning his weapons.
She's
Oh.
doing divine something.
Huh?
It's kind of like when Artemis summons his swords.
Oh,
So, action. Darcy, done. You have movement.
Yeah. Getting the fuck away.
Fair enough.
I can still see her. This is what dark vision is for.
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna ready a shillelagh.
Okay. You ready your shillelagh? That is the end of your turn. It goes to Vistal.
Although he's still being, in case this isn't hostile, he's kind of got the stake behind his back.
Okay.
Yeah, stick. I forgot.
Vistal, it is now your turn. The prostrate
I've had this-
has completed. You now have control over yourself once more.
Oh, it casts command on you. Fuck.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna try to, do I know how to speak that language that everything's written?
Yes, you can.
In?
You do.
Well, the fact that she's command on me doesn't make me very hopeful, but I think I would not pull out my halberd yet, and I would just say, look, we don't want to hurt you. Let's just talk. See what she says.
Weaklings like you couldn't hurt me. I am a god.
Do you end your turn on that, Vistal?
Yeah.
Artemis, it's your turn.
how high up is the one floating?
She is currently only floating about like 3.5 feet above the ground.
Oh, okay.
Like she's not
Okay.
super high up. She's just
Okay. I didn't know if it was like she was straight up like ascending,
no.
but okay, then yeah, I'll move up like 5 feet. That way I'm adjacent to her, and because I'm holding, or well, not holding my blade, but like I'm kind of holding my left hand back to get ready to summon it, but in my right hand I will kind of brandish the artifact and make sure that Vestel can see it, and just give her like a questioning look, and I'm just gonna hold my action to stab her with it.
Okay.
With the I guess I'll say with the trigger being if it seems like this is gonna go hostile, I guess is the best way to put it.
Okay. And that is the end of your turn.
Yep.
She activates.
I can't
a
do
lair
anything
action.
else.
Yep.
Darcy and Varus. I need the two of you to give me dexterity saving throws.
Yep, just a second. I've started making dinner because I realized how late it was.
You asked me to give you checks you were good at.
It's true.
It doesn't mean I can roll well.
No. My boy. Okay, Darcy succeeds. Darcy, in that brief moment, you realize, oh shit, as you duck just instinctively, as you hear something whiz by, and you look over, and you see this, like, sharp, almost like crystalline spike that had erupted out of the blood be at the exact place where your head was but moments ago.
Darcy just yells out, "He is not friendly!"
Before it dissipates and dissolves into blood that crashes all over the top of you, and you can see it begin to get sucked back up into the pool itself. While Varus, unfortunately, you don't have nearly as good as a time because the spike strikes you for 10 points of piercing damage.
Do you take half because of evasion?
You do take half because of evasion. This is true, yes. But yeah, that is the end of the lair action. Varus, it is now your turn. You realize she's probably not friendly.
Wonderful. You said it was a bonus action to apply poison?
Yes.
I will use my bonus action to apply. I can't remember her name, but the not druid, but the herbalist girl's poison that negates healing onto my rapier.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Okay.
I will run up.
When it released these spikes, did those come from her or from like the pools of blood?
It came from the pools themselves. So for the one that attacked Varus, it came from here, while the one that attacked Darcy came from here.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess would that trigger my held action then?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
Alright, then yeah, I'm just gonna stab her with it.
Go for it.
I am putting it on the ironwood rapier as well.
Okay.
So
Do I need to make an attack roll or anything with that?
Yes, you do. Wait, sorry, you were holding an attack action, right?
Yeah, for the artifact.
Oh, the artifact. Yeah, give me an athletics check. And she's gonna try and dodge it.
Okay. Only +1, yeah.
She succeeds.
Lyra, get over here! We need you!
As you, like, thrust this artifact towards her, she just instinctively takes action. You see her floating body, which had been just previously exposed, both her arms out wide. She just ducks out of the way, and you can see that she floats out of the way. And she definitively has the capability of flight.
And I don't get extra attack on held actions, do I?
You do.
Oh, do I? Okay,
Yeah,
then I
you
guess
can
I'll
make
do
another
the second one.
Go for it.
Would I
Athletics check.
be there when he takes it, or is this before I get up there?
This is before. This would be when
Okay.
the spikes come in. Yeah, no, unfortunately not. Yeah, you try and swing again, and this time she dodges out of the way again.
I suppose. And on my turn, I have run up with my ironwood rapier, and I'm going to go ahead and try to stab her with it
You do have
with advantage
It's
because I am
Varus.
flanking. Yes. 26.
26 does hit, so points of
So,
piercing damage. The ironwood rapier is not magical, if I'm right?
I don't believe so.
No, it's not. So it takes.
They can just hold poisons longer.
Right. Yeah, and as you thrust it, it stabs into her leg, and in that brief moment, you're like, that should have gone way deeper. It didn't. She seems very resistant, and her armor, well, her dress, now you realize is kind of like almost chainmail, and is definitively covering her and assisting in her defense.
I'm assuming she's immune to poison.
She is completely immune to poisonous.
Good to know.
Yes.
I suppose I will switch up my weapon next turn then.
That is the end of your turn.
Well, now that vampires are immune to poison, or at least this one is. That's my turn. That's it.
Alright.
Why did she have my name?
Why does she have your name? Because
Oh,
at a
was she
very
not?
brief moment-
Oh,
No, she does. She should.
okay, cool, great,
Make sure people stop.
great.
This is getting out of hand. There are two of them.
One more than we need.
I have better hair than her.
As she's kind of floating in the air, you see her dodge out of the way, her eyes now open, and you can see this piercing blood red eyes that now look at you as you stab at her. And in her right arm appears a beautiful, beautiful polearm.
Oh man.
Crab Cracker Part 2.
And you see her bring it down on you. Using her bonus action, she's going to actually use vampiric speed.
So she's right after me in initiative?
She is right after you.
Because she doesn't have one.
Sorry.
She
Oh,
doesn't
do you
have
not see her?
an initiative.
I see
I
it.
can see her on the initiative tracker, but she doesn't have a number.
It should be
I see it.
15.16.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that's just me again.
I see it.
Did the rest of you see 15.16?
I do.
I think melting butter.
Lovely. I don't know why my game is weird, but okay.
Okay, but she is going to use vampiric speed, and she is going to move. Artemis, Varus, Vestel, Veyrun, and Lyra, all of you have disadvantage if you wish to take an attack of opportunity because she moves here.
Sure, why not?
Uh-oh.
I'm not.
Yeah, I
Oh,
suppose.
That's a lot of ones tonight, eh?
Yeah. Wait, that great axe is not taking your. Do you have? Is it proficient? Do you have proficiency on that? It doesn't look like you have proficiency on that.
Why would I not have proficiency on that?
Why is it only a plus? Oh, because you have.
Because
You still have Great Weapon Master enabled.
No, I mean it's not like it would have done anything anyways.
Well, yeah, but I'm just making sure you know. For
Uh,
I was like, there's
would
only
any of
these
us
two.
have had advantage on the attack before she would have left? So
Varus and
Kaz-
Artemis would have, so both of you
Okay.
would be flat.
Oh,
But
then I
not
will
if you're
say-
making an athletics check, I imagine.
No, because this is technically an
Oh.
attack. I'll say that he can have advantage. on it.
Would I have been able to do it with a different weapon, or did it have to be the rapier?
No, you could have been a different weapon.
So I'm gonna go in with my short sword +1 and try to stab her.
Yeah, I think
So-
Artemis doesn't have one because he used his reaction first.
Oh yes, Artemis used your
Oh, yeah.
reaction to
That's true.
activate your held action.
So it would just be 8 points of piercing if I hit.
You don't.
I figured.
Yeah. As she zooms by all of you, you see that she brings forth the glaive and swings.
I'm gonna throw my shield over.
You're gonna throw it?
First. Yeah.
Okay. Could you just pop that in the
Okay.
chat? I know I made the shield, but I just need to remember.
Gives
I
them
think it
a
was a
+4
+4
to AC.
to Darcy's AC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I try. I mean, okay.
For every creature they run past, the vampire gets a charge. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures to run past. She's standing beside Darcy now and is going to make an attack at Darcy. This is not at an advantage, and she is not going to use Great Weapon Master. 18. I think that misses.
It does. My AC 17,
Well,
bitch, and with the
it's-
shield.
It's 21.
Yeah.
That's her bonus action. She loses all of her charges. And then now she goes into her multi-attack, which she has.
No, well. He's.
No.
There is no
Ooh.
radiant damage. Oh, actually, sorry. Let me double check. Yeah, there is no radiant damage on this.
You need to
Okay,
save
can you
5 HP.
Damn.
Oh, that missed.
So can you? Why is it fucking exploding in my ear?
Oh, so I don't know why. That's very strange.
I'm nowhere near the computer right now.
It's very loud.
Radiant damage?
It's not loud for me. Maybe you guys have to turn down your.
I think you guys have to make sure your
one,
sound
though?
in game is turned down. So like your user volume controls. Make sure ambient interface and sound effects are all turned down super low.
Okay.
So like
Okay,
mine are all
it's
sitting at
probably-
like 15%.
It's probably because my ambient was all the way up.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta make sure that's.
So, first things first, how much of those actually even hit?
The first one hits you.
Okay.
Everything else misses, but you do take 27 points of slashing damage from the first hit.
Well,
So
okay
does the
then.
shield stay up for the entire all of the attack?
Oh, actually,
It's-
wait.
I
I
believe
still
it
have
stays up for
my.
all the attacks. Yes.
I still have my reaction. Entropic Ward. He had disadvantage on that one.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
That's a 25. It still hits.
Fuck. Oh well. That thing's never gonna fucking save me ever.
Let me double check. I believe in the reaction, intercept the attack. Actually, it would only be one attack.
Oh,
I know it would only be the one attack.
No. I'm talking about Zabel's shield, not your, not Entropic. That means 3 of these attacks hits.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I'm down and probably dead after.
So what is that? That's
So the first one
49
misses,
plus
the
15.
second one the Entropic warded, and the third one, the fourth one hit. So it's
So-
only the slashing damage.
Yeah, 49 plus 15.
Yes.
So that's
49
64
plus-
damage. That's 64 damage.
64 damage in one hit or two?
Three.
It's 3 hits.
Okay, I'm down after probably the fucking second one.
So the last one still collides with you, and you do take 2 death save fails.
Oh.
As she
Is
turns
he
around,
next?
she
What the
floats.
fuck did I do to this woman?
She floats upwards about 10 feet, and none of you understand what she's saying except for Vistel, who you do hear from her. I would be more worried about yourself. Actually,
Man, this is a bad idea, huh, guy?
yeah, she would say that. Yeah. That's the end of her turn.
Does she sound just like me?
She sounds exactly
No, it's
like there's a
scary.
slight her tone of voice is slightly higher, but not enough that someone who's casually listening would be.
Do we get an inspiration per level?
Yes.
When you leveled up to 7, yes.
I don't think I used it.
No, I'm the only one who has so far.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think everybody else still has theirs.
I don't suppose I could use my heroic inspiration to have her not hit me at all that way.
You can. Would you like to?
Yes.
Okay. Then the
So
rest
I'm
of you
not
watch
just fucking dead.
as Darcy. Honestly, he goes fucking Matrix. As the first one manages to get blocked by Veyrune, the second one using Entropic Ward as a deflection, and then using his own body kind of like almost as a kite, he kind of like fucking swings around, does this weird flip. The rest of you watch as he grabs onto like these invisible strings and then twists his body the way that an acrobat would, and all of the attacks miss.
You do that.
She gets very confused
Please don't do that.
before she is going to land on the other side of you here. And that is the end for you.
I want to imagine that half of that was Darcy being like tugged along by the fucking patron for
Yep.
one.
It was 100% that. But to the rest of you, it looked like it wasn't. Alright. But, Lyra, it's your turn. You still have your torch up, and you saw her fly past you, and you're like, what the fuck?
Oh, imagine you get to see what Darcy did.
She's currently floating, what, 10 feet off? the
No,
ground?
she's currently standing right behind Darcy. To those of you who are trying to use ranged attacks, Darcy would give her half cover.
Damn it, can't get flanking. Okay. I will run up to her.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, can I move here?
Yep.
How much feet? Fuck it.
I'm pretty sure that's 35 or 40. Yeah, it's 40.
Okay, so I can't move anymore. Oh, so close. Okay, I'm going to go into my raid.
Match.
Angie
Yeah.
mode. I am going to frenzy.
Ooh, frenzy rage. Okay. You are
Yes.
very bad.
I guess that takes my bonus action.
Yes, it does.
Let me turn off Great Weapon Master. I am going to wing.
Do you recklessly attack?
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna turn it back on and I'm gonna recklessly attack.
Okay. You have advantage for all these attacks. 11 misses.
Oh my god.
18 misses.
Oh, man.
It's Jover.
I think that's all my attacks.
Alright, that is the end of your turn. That's
Really
also
should have just
Beirut.
let her bleed out.
Oh. Why did it come to this? So. Oh, she can't. Okay, how do I change it so my.
So you're what?
I think my thing is measuring like 5 feet from me.
No, that's
So, like-
correct. So it's 5 feet, and then your second diagonal is 15 feet.
Oh,
So
okay.
it goes 5, 10, 5, 10.
That's
Jake,
what I
you know
was
why the
thinking.
initiative might be wrong or might not be there for me? It's because it's still hidden for me for some reason.
Sorry.
Her?
Like on my thing, there's still a hidden roll from you for the initiative, which is very weird.
I can see it now that I've actually gone and sat back down for a little bit.
I don't know, man.
Very strange. Maybe if you refresh, I don't know why it would be hidden just for you. It shouldn't be.
I think it's because when I was refreshed, that might have been when you revealed it. I don't
Well,
know.
I just hit it now, and then I revealed it again. Can you see it now?
Nope. All right, cool. Well, I'll refresh real quick again.
That's weird. Okay. Yeah, Beirut, it's your turn.
Yeah.
You run up,
I'll pick up my shield.
you pick up your shield.
And I will bless. +3 here.
Okay, so Lyra, blessed.
Darcy blessed. Me blessed.
Is blessed. You are blessed. Okay. I can't guarantee that the effect actually gets added onto your character sheets, because I'm pretty sure the temporary effect for blessed doesn't work as it should. But you now have bless.
Yes, I'll do that as a bonus action. Because of my feature.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna just throw a Sacred Flame at her. I don't know if I'll hit or not.
Okay. It did, surprisingly.
God damn.
8 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, I bet you really felt that. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, that's the end of your turn. Darcy.
Just a second.
Oh wait, I forgot. I could have done one more thing.
Unfortunately, a little too much.
Shit.
Alright.
No, let's forget I have this.
Okay. Oh, let's see.
Well, take another drink.
Yep.
Did Baldur's Gate just win something?
Best RPG.
Let's go!
Hell yeah. Fuck it.
I'm going to try to Psychic Lancer.
Ooh. Okay. Pop that into chat.
She needs to give an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. That's a 24.
Damn, bro, this ain't Vestel. What the fuck?
Why is it that whenever I try to do something fucking cool like this, that could actually fucking help in combat,
Oh no,
this
we
shit
drink.
happens?
Oh no.
Bro, this is where I get my ass kicked.
She takes 11, Bill.
Yep. And she just looks at you and says something really quietly that you can't understand, but you hear a voice that translates it for you. She wants you
Oh.
dead.
Why me?
He just wants it in silent.
Okay. Fuck.
What did she say again?
She wants you dead is the translation that Darcy was given. Vestel, you were too far away to hear what she actually said.
Yeah, I just didn't hear what you
Was
said.
I able to hear the translation at all, or no?
No.
Okay.
Even
Wait,
Veyron, who is
should-
standing right beside Darcy, is not able to hear the translation. Neither
The
is
doll
Vestel.
is that exactly what she said? Or is the doll telling him that
That was
You don't know?
if that's the exact translation, that's what the doll the doll was at the very least giving me the gist of what was said.
Okay.
Fuck, I do not have anything that I can use as a bonus action. Because I have to take an attack action to fucking stab with a light weapon.
So, you didn't Darcy.
He'll just fucking come after me no matter what, so I can't really fucking do anything.
Alright. At the end of your turn, she is going to use a legendary action to activate one of her rights. Specifically, Right of the Dawn.
"Hey, wait a minute.
You've got to be fucking kidding me!
Hold on a second."
Man, I wish I had attuned to that ring.
She takes 1 point of necrotic damage. As the rest of you watch as her halberd now lights up with this radiant flame.
Why does Vestel do that and take like fucking 4 or 5, and then suddenly here comes this one only taking 1 fucking damage?
Out of a
It is
D8 too.
It's the rule of the DM, man.
Out of a D8.
There's
too.
a reason I roll in public.
And I realized I had used my
You know what I
right
really...
last session, so I couldn't have used the brand on you, and I can't
Oh.
use it in this fight.
Oh.
You know what I'm very glad that we
Wait,
didn't
does that mean I
do?
have my 1 HP back?
Yes. I
Yes.
think
Yep.
Let's go!
You know what I'm very happy about? We didn't select enhance.
I was kind of curious about what that would do. I was hoping someone would press it.
Yeah, she could still be weakened.
We could get all hooked up afterwards and try it out on one of us.
I'll do it.
We'll just
For science.
Oh, there's the other side of the science crew to try it on. It's probably more geared for.
Estelle, it's your turn.
My turn. Okay, I want to try something risky.
Sure.
I want to move here, and I want to use my Curse of Binding amplified, and I want to say in the language, my name is Vestel Kadrith, and I think you owe me some answers. And I want to use my inspiration with the intention of getting her to stop and listen and hopefully cooperate. If that's allowed.
Okay, so you're not using it on the Bloodlight. You are using it specifically to attempt to get her to cooperate and listen to you. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully, by saying my name, which is also her name, it'll do something.
Well, you don't know what she's called yet. None of you know her actual name. She just really looks like
she looks like me, and she's doing everything the same as me. So I'm just gonna
If it looks
say
like
my
a
name and
chicken,
hope.
sounds like a chicken, it's probably a chicken.
It's a rooster.
Okay. First, roll me the blood curse of binding stuff. I think you have to pop it into chat, and then she has to roll and save against it.
Yeah, I think it's a
Strength save.
13 Strength. Oh, she's got a lot of strength.
If she fails this, I'll be very surprised.
What is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, at least I'm not rolling these for attacks.
Yeah.
You say that now.
Yeah, unfortunately the curse doesn't take place, but for whatever way you are propelling your voice forward, you can definitively tell that she has heard you, and there's a bit of confusion on her face. Though you'll have to wait until it's her turn to understand why. Also,
And that's my heroic.
and that is your heroic inspiration.
Okay.
Also, for those of you who are not wearing armor, I would suggest you put them back on because I'm pretty sure you guys had time to get everything back on.
We certainly would have taken it.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I'm pretty sure all
maybe.
of you should be wearing.
Yeah, mine is already in there.
Yeah,
Technically speaking, I never took mine off.
fair enough.
Like
At
off the sheet.
End of Vestel's turn, she is going to use a legendary action to use another bonus action. And this time she's going to activate the Radiant active effect of Destined Light, which gives her additional radiant damage.
She's priming up to knock someone's head off.
It's either me or Darcy.
But
Or she's gonna use her bonus action to dash through all of you and hit me or Artemis.
she does not
Hey, you're
look
resistant,
like she
Lee.
is going to be attacking, at least yet. Oh, actually, I think some of that damage. Well, none of you have actually taken damage from her yet, but some of that damage is actually. Yeah, it's not right.
Should be higher.
No, it should be lower.
Oh,
Thanks, right.
Because I had included her her right damage in there. When it shouldn't have been.
With the time it took everyone to put armor on and everything, I still wouldn't have been able to attune to the ring, right?
No, unfortunately.
Okay, just making sure.
Alright. But that's the end of Vestel's turn. It goes to Artemis. You
All
heard a
right,
plea
uh,
from Vestel.
Yeah, I'm still gonna move forward as much as I can. And then I'll probably just use my action to dash so that I can at least kind of walk around here next to Veyroon. But that's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna summon my weapon or anything. I'll just be holding on still to the artifact, just waiting now that Vestel seemed to try and call out to her, and for the moment, not Vestel here seems to be at least listening. And actually, my thing's bugged. I don't see her token. I think, is she right here?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then I would actually be moving right here. Next to Darcy, rather. Oh, now it revealed itself to me. That's crazy.
So weird.
I don't know.
Whatever. It's fine. You can see
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
what
no,
did
that'll
you
be
did you
fine.
do something, Jake? Because it disappeared for me for a second and then came back.
Yeah. It was supposed to.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, she's back. She's well, she never left, but she's okay. Artemis, that's the end of your turn. For the lair action, she's actually not going to trigger it. Varus, it's your turn.
I think Varus will just keep his short sword out and just end up moving at the very least right next to Vestel, just in case. That will be his turn. He's gonna hold an action to stab her if she stabs us.
Okay, fair enough. That is the end of your turn.
That's it.
At the end of your turn, she is going to use a legendary action to move. And this does not trigger any opportunity attacks. And she will float over to here. And she will turn around and look at all of you and take a moment to breathe. You're just a fake puppet. Fake. Before she kind of like kneels down and you see something overcome her as she like grabs the side of the machine before she just begins to cough up this black blood. And you can see it spill onto the ground all around her before she... Oh, shit. Ugh. Shit. And that's the end of it. Fire.
Oh, okay.
The shit
You should-
she says isn't common.
Guys, I don't think she's doing too well. I think we can finish her off. But are you sure you want me to try and finish her off?
Don't think you should.
Okay. I hope this doesn't cost us.
Just wait and see if we can get something, get her to talk or something.
Well, well, I mean, Lyra is still in rage though, so it's
Does she throw something?
actually she hasn't really taken any damage from her, so I feel like I can end my rage. Jake?
Yep, you can end your rage.
The
Okay.
only problem is that if you end your rage, that's a point of exhaustion.
Oh shit, you're right.
Because you went frenzy, right?
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
did.
To be fair, she hasn't hit yet, so she's gonna end her rage next turn anyway, right? Or is it this turn?
It's at the end of a
Can
turn.
I
Well,
throw
the
Well,
thing
Lyra can
is,
throw something.
can I throw a bar of soap at her?
You're there still?
I'm gonna throw a bar of
You're still
soap.
trying to hit her
What
with
a-
that bar of soap, yeah?
Whatever it is that maintains the rage.
You could hit yourself
You
in
can just
the reach.
punch Vestel if you really wanted to, or like throw something at Varus,
Okay, I'm
Can't you
gonna.
Can't
or
hit
you could
yourself?
like punch yourself in the face if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
Do you like Kylo
don't-
Ren's?
No, it's self-sustained damage. It doesn't.
Okay, I'm gonna hit myself with the bar of soap.
I will say, fuck it, you can self-sustain rage by hitting yourself.
Bro, that is setting a precedent, Jake. I hope you realize that.
You have to take the full damage that you're dealing to yourself, ignoring your resistances.
With the bar of soap.
If you're hitting yourself with the bar of soap, yeah, sure. You take 1 + 4 damage, so you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Your resistance does not come into effect.
That is fine.
What's the...
That is the end of your turn. You maintain your rage.
What an odd thing to do.
You take 2 additional damage because of your rage.
Okay.
No, I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. You didn't activate anything else on a bar, so I'm pretty
Nope. No great weapon master.
sure. Oh yeah? You want to add 10 steps?
It's not
I
a
don't
great-
think a bar of soap counts as a heavy weapon, unfortunately.
How big's the soap?
At the end of your turn, she's going to use all 3 of her legendary actions to cast a teleport.
Oh,
Hey, wait a
Oh.
minute. No.
Oh, don't know. He
It's
can't.
gone.
He can't counterspell that because
Maybe I should have done something.
Son. Now she's.
In hindsight.
you couldn't have stopped her if she wanted to leave.
No, but the problem is now she's out there anywhere.
Yeah. Well,
That's not how I wanted that to go.
one vampire's gone, another one comes back.
You know we have to tell him about this, right?
Yeah.
And he's not going to be pleased that we released another one.
Can we not tell him that we released it? Can we tell him that she broke out?
You want to lie to the demigod?
I was about to say, I'd rather not lie to a creature that is very much a celestial.
I mean, we just let her out of the tube. She escaped on her own after that. We're just describing the
Still
escape part.
released her
Means that you,
from
if
the
you go
tube.
if you go to a prison and open up someone's cell and they walk out, that's still your fault. You still opened the cell.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the vampire is out in the world. And it's our fault.
I can't see in the dark. This is not on me.
Well,
As
let's just
the
hope
rest
that
of you are having this discussion, those of you who can see in the dark and the one with the torch, now begin to see that this pool of blood around you just begins to coagulate. All of it almost instantly becoming solid as you glance over it. Starting from the edges, it just begins to form into this dark, black, almost mass that is now dry.
Lovely.
Well, whatever the reason is, Van Grace was working on this. He was doing something to the Vestel.
Yeah?
That was a little freaky how much she looked like me, right?
Did we all hear that, or was that just in Vestel's language that she called her a fake?
Yes, it was. That was just in Vestel's language. The
Okay.
only part she said in common was shit.
Okay.
Yeah, she called me the fake.
And she called
she
you a
was the
fake.
one. She was the one in the tube, was she not?
So, a thought occurs, and not a matter of fakes or reals or whichever what, but do you think Van Grace might have written down anything in her room or anywhere in the manor regarding this?
We never got to check the upstairs area. I guess we could
Regarding
try and find
what?
her.
Regarding that, just gesturing to the entire apparatus that a fucking vampire just walked out of.
You think he knew about it?
Robert said Van Grace, not Van Bloom.
Van Grace. Sorry.
Not Van Bloom.
They all have the Van in their names. I just kind of, assumed.
I just have to find Van Helsing. I'm sure he can help.
Isn't that the truth?
That's true.
So
I mean, we can try.
we need to search the entire manor, I suppose.
Well, you search this area, there's nothing. So, search there.
When we were in
Well,
the Tri-Lakes,
Mm-hmm.
I saw somebody who looked like me. They were pretty far off. But I wonder if it was the one we just fought, or if there's more.
Another one?
mean, A question presents itself on one thing. If Vestel Cadrith is even your name.
That's all I know. It's literally the only information I woke up with, so
Yeah,
It could
and your
be
memories
information that the people who
so
found
long.
you gave you.
Yeah, your memories are locked unless we unlock those. We have nothing else to go on.
I'm wondering what enhance was supposed to be.
Well, my question is, if she's the fake one, how did they form her from you, I guess?
No idea.
Unless they decided to just give her that name for some reason. Or, sorry, just make her look like you.
A lot of these topics are starting to melt my brain.
You just can't answer anything unless we want to unlock your memories festival.
Now, I'm curious about some. How would sending work now that there are two of them?
Oh, I just have to
Um,
think of her face and as the vampire who could have killed us.
So it's not a name thing, it's more of just a being.
Well, I have to focus on the being.
Okay.
So in that regard, I might be able to as well because the spell's name is in here. Unless
But that Vestel had to write it in there, didn't she?
this is true. But however, if they are if they are similar enough, maybe, I don't know. It's worth that. It might be interesting. It might not be.
I mean, I think
For whatever reason, though, she seems to really have it out for me.
I
No.
think that's something maybe that we want to look into at a later point. But for now, maybe we should just go upstairs and see if we can find anything else about this in maybe a private office or quarters.
Yeah.
I suppose
Sure.
my only question is, why were we teleported here and locked in that cage?
Yeah.
We were probably going to be used for food.
She had all the blood she needed.
Well, she didn't have just gesturing at Vestel.
No, well, to be fair, when she
Would
There's
she
also-
have known?
There's also the
We-
simple idea that she started. Something happened to her almost immediately. All of this blood here might not have been enough.
she did burn through a lot of that, all the blood in the jars earlier.
All of you give me
Wow.
a history check.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Ooh,
is something I can do with advantage.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Darcy, Varun, the two of you trace back your memories to the point when you were at the Tri-Lake area. And you recall distinctively that there was a massive orb of blood hovering over the castle. That thing was hundreds of meters wide. Much larger than anything you've seen in here.
she might have needed roughly the same amount of blood that's currently orbiting over the Tri-Lake.
Yeah.
Wonderful, the place she could have probably teleported to instantly.
Hard to say.
If,
Technically, there's only one way to find out, there wouldn't there be?
as it is, though, she was, for whatever reason, she started spitting it back up. Enhance might have been to make it so she could actually not require vast amounts of blood. In which case, we've unleashed a ravenous monster.
No.
Perhaps also weakened?
Almost definitely weakened, but that doesn't mean any less
For now.
hungry.
Well, if we ever do get close We do have a spell that could help us find her, but it doesn't work anywhere except you're within 10,000 feet.
Let's try and find some maybe written notes first. A diary, something.
I sure hope we
And-
don't get teleported back here again.
I really hope not.
Okay. But as always,
Who designs a teleport spell that just rips whoever gets targeted by it?
perverts? No.
A DM named
You're
Jake.
kind of calling yourself out there.
A DM named Jake, maybe.
No, I gotta get into the minds of every sick and twisted individual that I have to create. It's fucked up in here, man. But yeah, as you guys make your way out of the actual basement area, there's relatively little resistance. You make it out of the actual basement area with no issues. The bit of however, when you return to the actual kind of building itself, you see that it's much the same as you had left it. The ground covered with this thin layer of blood. The area around you just dangerously kind of emitting this sort of aura. But for some reason, it doesn't seem to be affecting you at all anymore. No illusions come to life to attack you. No strangers come about, and your friends don't disappear.
Jake, if we had searched the little private boudoir that we found our gear in, would we have potentially been able to find any sort of like journal or something?
Do you want to go back and search it?
Yeah, we would have had to pass it anyways.
Sorry, the private little boudoir.
The place where we
Talking
found
about
the
the storage closet.
Well, I
Yeah.
asked if there was anything else in there, and he said, no, not really.
The storage closet where she had all your equipment, right?
yeah.
Yeah, no, there wasn't anything else.
Okay. I missed
Sorry,
that part.
I thought
earlier.
you meant something else, and I was like, I don't remember putting a room there.
You said 4-poster bedroom and shit.
It was a single 4-poster bed, of which her body was on, and then to the right was a bunch of chests. There was nothing else in the room.
Okay.
But I won't make you guys go through the tedious process of going room by room. Give me an investigation check.
Oh boy.
I'm giving myself guidance.
I actually boosted myself an hour ago, and I think that's long gone.
Probably.
I still have a -3.
So you and I got the same roll.
No, she got 17.
Yeah, I got a 17 as well.
Oh,
Guidance.
right, because you had guidance. Yeah, so Darcy, Vestel, and Varus. The three of you kind of search different portions of the mansion to really try and get your breadth as much as possible to try and find out where or what this strangeness might have been. And you do find some pieces of information. Varus, you find out what that heart apparatus was. It was essentially something to filter the blood, draw out all magical power within it, purify it, and change its compatibility so that the host could accept it.
Lovely.
All of this blood was going through her body, being taken out and filtered in a very distinctive cycle that took maybe about 2-3 seconds. And you now realize, oh, that's probably where the boom 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 came from.
So from that, just so that I understand it,
Mhm.
she was being used as like a filter.
No. The heart was the filter.
Oh, the part. Okay, and putting it into her.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Vestel, you find out more information about this Vistel. You see that Lady Estella had written in one of her journals that she had essentially discovered the heir to the Kadrith Empire. A woman who was so powerful that at one point that she was said to have been able to cleave the sky in half with a swing of her glaives.
Oh, that's scary.
And
Okay.
she, being Lady Estella, was going to be the one to bring her back into the world, to revive her from her sleep, and to wake her so that she could once again rule.
Oh man.
Well, that's not good.
Great.
Hmm.
Awesome.
Trade one villain for another.
But so I was already here. I was here the whole time.
That the Kadriths were to be returned, with Vistel leading the charge.
And it specifically says Vistel.
It specifically says Vistel.
Only Vistel knows this, right?
This is information only Vistel has found so far, yes.
Okay.
Sorry, who was the one that found out about the heart? Was it Darcy or Varys?
Varys.
Darcy, you find out a little bit more about specifically her body and her.
Oh, yay.
She had created a clone with a spell scroll she had bought off of a very shady and dangerous looking merchant. But the spell scroll worked when she cast it, so she trusted it. And she bought one other item from him. One ring of radiant protection.
Ah. In case fucking Vestel just went at her.
Yeah. And within the journal that you found, it definitely says that there are some risks that she's taking, that she's been alive for a very, very, very long time, and has been waiting for the restoration of the Kadrith Empire for millennia. That they would truly come back and see this world beneath their feet once more.
Mhm.
You also realize that she was blatantly insane.
Huh. It defined blatantly insane.
As in, there are scrawlings and things of words, of tales, of things that just make no sense. They can't be real. They're impossible. They don't make any sense. And give me a wisdom saving. Actually, give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh,
And then Vestel rents the sun from the sky. What the hell?
I need to find something. Give me one second.
Short-term madness. Short-term
Yay!
madness. Short-term
That's
madness.
exactly where I was going.
Yay!
We get that in a few days anyway, right? The moons are coming back.
True.
Mm.
We gotta leave soon,
about-
guys.
Now we have like 5.
Roll me a d10,
What?
Darcy.
Yay.
And then roll me a d100.
3. 94.
Okay. The rest of you find Darcy currently lying unconscious, like leaning off the side of a chair. So like he was sitting at a table reading before you find him, like his ass sliding off of the chair. His torso is just like on the actual side of the armchair, and he is completely knocked out. You can see he's drooling slightly, and there's like this white foam that's coming out of his mouth, and you hear, as you approach him whispering underneath his breath, "Vistel shall return. She shall rule the lands once more."
I want to half imagine this happened because Darcy was reading fucking Van Grace's terrible Kadrith fanfiction.
You don't know if it's fan fiction, because a lot of this was stated that it happened a long time ago in the past, and just from an inference, it seemed to have happened before the first plague.
Oh,
And
joyous day.
all of you know that a lot of history was lost of what had happened before the first plague.
Can you give me a spark notes?
Yeah, it's blank. The answer is it's blank. 99% of people
No,
are like, we don't know what's
from
going
the
on.
fucking from the book of the story.
Oh,
the fucking madness.
The madness, essentially, a lot of it states that a power from beyond this world gave power to the Kadrits, and the inspired designs created the vampires that would rule the land. They created their designs off of these enormously powerful creatures that should have and would have ruled the lands if it wasn't for the intervention of those above.
That concerns me. Because she went after me immediately, and I am fucking possessed by a moon person.
Hey, Vestel, I think he's waiting for you in there. He keeps saying something about Vestel's gonna come back.
Oh, I'm here.
As you walk into
Maybe
the
you can
room,
wake him up.
and you kind of shake him awake. Darcy, you open your eyes and you see the short-haired Vestel standing in front of you, and you see this glaive poised to strike into your chest. What do you do?
Stab him.
You still have that steak?
Yeah, no, the stakes definitely coming out, and then he's, even if he like misses, he's dimension dooring away.
Make me an attack roll.
Let me just fucking 21.
I think that hits, right, Vestel?
It does hit.
Yeah, you take...
I think he's just having a little. Holy shit!
Yeah, he stabs you with the shining staff
Oh,
he
man.
usually holds, before the rest of you all watch as he just poof out of there. You have 400 feet of distance to go. Where are you going? Outside the building? Where are you?
500.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, 500.
yeah, no, he's running back to the fucking. He's like, can't go back to the inn, can't go back to the. Maybe the hideout. That was the good Vestel. That was the good Vestel. To the hideout!
He is an idiot.
And then he just disappears.
Yeah. The rest of
We
you
don't
are
know
all
where he
standing
is,
around
so
the
yeah.
empty room.
Guys,
As
I think.
Vestel is bleeding out of her shoulder, and Darcy has just cast Dimension Door out.
Oh, I think Darcy is lost to us. We should cut our losses and keep going.
Wow, rude.
There's obviously
He's-
something wrong with Darcy.
He's obviously turned on the party. He's
The book is
attacking
there.
me.
The book is,
Yeah.
the book is still there. It was definitely just like dropped on the fucking desk or something.
He stabbed you. Clearly, he's turned on us.
We can't trust him anymore.
I
think we have to
not
move
at all.
on.
We have to keep going. You know, get rid of one of our problems. Now we don't have to deal with the moon. That's someone else's problem now.
Oh, come
Fucking
on.
Darcy's mad until the fucking moon comes around, and then you come back. This entire fucking city's gone.
Does
At
he have
that
to make
point-
a?
Darcy, your madness wears off, and you realize... Wait, no, she teleported away. I saw Varus beside the evil Vestel. They're all evil. No,
And is that actually?
no, that's not the
Okay.
realization you come to. You probably
There's
realize
a
that
double of all of us.
you were
should
probably
probably-
just having a really bad dream, and you might have stabbed Vestel in the chest.
I don't think we can trust anything he says anymore. Even if he apologizes, we gotta just keep going.
I mean, he's attacked
Yes.
us so many other times. You know.
I know, you know.
That's
Maybe
the
this is the
last
last
straw.
straw.
This is it.
I just summoned a shotgun. Shame.
Wait till your rear's just face around here again.
Right,
We'll show him
we
what
should all
for.
just stab him at the same time.
You know, nearly killing me, that's fine. Like, tossing Varus around, A-okay. Nearly killing Veyron? It happens.
We can live with that. We can live
To be
with that.
Stabbing
fair-
Vestel, though.
To be fair, I've nearly killed Vestel as well. The
Yeah,
only one I
all of
haven't
them.
done anything to is Lyra, and that's because I can literally just whip and drop Lyra anywhere, any distance away from me, and that goes fine.
Now I was ready to defend you.
Don't you agree, Lyra? He's turned on us. We should leave him.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You know, Darcy, it said I'm the one who's supposed to bring down the skies. You probably shouldn't anger me.
I mean,
Also,
we have no idea where he went. So truly, what are we going to do?
Yep,
He
He's
literally
fine.
just disappeared.
I think as you guys walk out the building, you see Darcy walking back.
You have a
Darcy's
lot
wa-
of nerve showing your face here.
After you stabbed Vestel and all that.
I brought
Darcy,
apology.
look-
I brought apology pastries. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. Vestel, do you accept this apology?
yeah, that's acceptable, and take a pastry.
Alright.
Well, chalk that up to yet another individual who we have that is, roaming about, can just kind of teleport in and out at
Yeah,
will.
no, I was about to
who
say.
is now,
Now we've got another one of your brother out there, which is
Yeah, I know.
wonderful.
you have a
Mhm.
near
Maybe-
identical copy of me, and now we have a near identical copy of Estelle.
Who's next? Veyru? Well, that might not be too bad.
I mean, he's just a cleric, right? All they do is heal.
Exactly.
Unless he's like old,
Unless it's like Veyroon from the
yo-
past,
younger,
in which
younger.
in which
Veyron.
case, all
which
you've got
case,
to worry
even better. Clearly.
Yeah, how old are
Party
you, Veyron?
Oh, I'm only like a few 100 years old.
Interesting.
Also had a thought that
Also,
anklet
my
that I
se-
have was identified as just being like a Kadrith symbol, right? I have that.
It was identified as a very, very, very old item. If I recall
I thought
correctly, the information was that it predated the first plague.
I thought
Hmm.
you had said that it was just a symbol that said I was like related to that family.
Yeah, that as well. But it was like a Kadrith family symbol. But also, it predated the first plague.
Right.
I suppose the big thing with that is, by the way, don't read the book that I found. It's just inane rambling.
We left it there.
Okay, good. I don't want that anywhere near me.
Okay.
It was mostly just explaining the Van Grace body that we found. Some spell called clone.
Lovely.
I feel like I've heard of that one.
Yeah, I've heard a traveling wizard mentioning about it, bragging about it, saying, oh, he could manage it, and then... Well, I don't know what happened. I think he dove into the river.
That sounds like wizards.
He was a strange fellow. Didn't see him at all after that.
Fucking Gandalf.
If I had a nickel for every time that, if I had a copper for every time that we heard about
What's a nickel?
don't worry about it. Every time we heard about a wizard who's gone mad, I'd have a couple nickels by now. Sorry, copper. It's the halfling word for copper. I can't help it.
I see. I thought it was an Electrum piece. My mistake.
No,
no,
that's done.
Electrum doesn't exist.
Good.
It's not real.
Just
it
like
can't hurt you.
nickels.
Just like nickels.
All right then. So now what do we do?
Well, we have to go back to Van Bloom and tell him that we just unleashed a problem.
Yep.
I'm sort of wondering on something. Vestel, you said that you were found in a coffin?
Yes, I was. My guild said they found me, brought it back to their base, and I woke up there.
I think it was the same type of coffin as the other
As-
restaurant.
As it is, maybe there's a lot of Vestels around. We were wondering what the Enhanced did, and maybe that's the result.
Listen, we can only deal with one family problem at a time. Currently, we're dealing with three.
I mean, I'm dealing with my own. I need to send my sister a letter. I keep almost
Well,
dying, and
I feel like your family issues aren't.
No,
actually
my family
close,
issue is
so-
entirely self-contained and very easy to
Yes.
deal with. Well,
See, now-
easy to approach, not easy to deal with, because honestly,
We now
yeah,
we
no.
now have to deal with Varus's family potentially wanting him dead. We have to deal with my brother, more than likely wanting me dead, and by proxy all of you. We have to deal with now a second Vestel, again, not Stel, that wants to kill the
Possibly.
fake one, as it said.
Possibly.
She seemed more out for my blood than Vestel's.
Then
Well,
we have to kill a dragon for Veyruun.
Yeah, but we're kind of
yeah, but those aren't actively trying to find us and kill us, though, so there's that at least.
That we know
Well,
of.
we don't know that.
As you hear a loud. No, I'm kidding.
I don't think anyone's pissed off any dragons.
As a bronze dragon strolls down the main road. Oh, there you guys are.
Just tell them to get in line.
Listen, one at a time, alright?
But yes,
Please.
if we are
we are very stressed out and very much overstimulated.
if we are going to tell Van Bloom that we accidentally released, another vampire, just I don't know, tell him that I hit the button or something. I don't know. It would make sense. I see funny button, I hit funny button.
I am okay with that.
If you want to take the blame, be my guest.
Wouldn't he be able to see through the lie?
I'd say we all just agreed to do it.
Yeah, we could do that. So I suppose that is.
We weren't.
option.
To be fair, we were not expecting.
Artemis vehemently suggested that we hit the release button.
I will say this as well. We did not expect a messianic vampire.
We had the best intentions. We thought she might be a good person we could reason with.
Maybe we should just stop trusting vampires. I feel like that's a good advice.
I think.
I don't want to hear that coming from a vampire.
I'm not a vampire.
I think just because we saw
And
the
truthfully,
spell,
you shouldn't trust me. We've already been over this.
she had the same face as Vestel. We never knew whether or not she'd be evil.
We
We could have made a few assumptions.
No, but
She looked like me and I look friendly, right, guys? Black eyes.
Yep.
We just have to.
The
We just have
The
to hope that
friendliest.
maybe, just maybe, that not still that's out there has some level of your humanity and I guess understanding, and hope that it doesn't, just try and go.
Maybe
out.
that's what the enhance was
Kill
for,
everyone.
to give her humanity.
I highly doubt it.
Hey, you never know.
No, Van Grace was certifiably insane.
Wonder if she picked her own name to be close to my name.
Probably, actually.
What I was considering that, given the uncanny, how close they are.
Can I
to
just
one another.
say, if that's the case, I'm quite intrigued about the fact that she didn't seem to hold any recognition when she saw you.
That's actually a really good point.
Maybe she did notice, and she was just good at hiding.
just didn't want to say.
Very good at reading people.
Or she was so utterly convinced that she had the real Vestel.
Okay, but wouldn't you still be concerned about there's someone that looks like them?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Well, we'll never know now. Maybe things would have been different if Estelle walked into the room that we couldn't walk into. You know? Maybe things
Look,
could have gone differently.
I really wanted to. I really wanted to go in there.
We tried.
We really tried. Maybe things could have gone differently now that we know this.
Yeah, because Van Grace never saw Vestel's face.
Yeah, so
Not even at the party?
He was literally right beside me.
She wasn't looking at
Yeah.
him.
Nah, well,
She had more important people to be looking at.
I was
No
about to say, I
offense.
think she was more focused on her target. So I don't
We
recall either of
we didn't
them
get to
saying
walk in the
anything
room.
about it.
We didn't get to walk into the room. She didn't even see the stone.
We said the name Vistel in her presence.
Yeah,
She just
didn't-
assumed
Well, I
there was
mean-
someone else named Vistel.
I was about to say, I mean, to
I
be
think
fair,
I said the last name. I think I said we don't
We
have
had
to tell her
to
I'm
have.
a Cadrith.
Yeah,
think
and
we
she
had
could
to.
hear us.
Yeah,
We also-
she could hear
we-
us the whole time.
To be fair, we also mentioned maybe she'll know something about the Cadrits.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's how we said it.
Well, regardless, she wasn't going to give you anything.
She might have if her fucking deity appeared before her.
Yeah,
She
she's a
might
deity she knew was in a cage in the bottom of her
I
basement.
mean, hey, all I'm saying is if Bethra came down and told me to do X, just out of the blue,
Yeah, but is
You're in the
Bethra in
middle
a
of the
cage in the
street.
bottom of your basement? I didn't think so.
I tried that once.
I'm
doesn't work.
sorry, what?
What?
He holds up the doll.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you meant Bethra.
I mean,
Why would I try to put Bether in a cage?
Don't worry about it.
that's a good question.
Why would I try to put anyone in a cage?
Byron, have you ever tried to put someone in a cage?
Yeah, I tried to not answer
I
that.
knew it.
I don't want
I
to
feel
deal
like-
with myself.
I feel like if you ever ask if they ruin a question, there's a solid 90% chance that it's yes.
What the fuck are you drinking?
Water.
It's just because it's black.
Yeah.
Wait, water ball?
It's blood.
Fair enough.
I can kind of see where it's at, yeah.
Oh, I don't want to spill. It's just water. That's
Okay.
the bottle. That's the bottle itself, not the...
Yeah, no, I figured.
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose we might as well go back and get ready to tell him
Man,
that
our
we...
problems have grown substantially since we got here.
Oh,
This is great.
We're really not good at this.
We need to stop causing problems and start solving some of them.
To be fair, the problems keep running away.
We need to find a way to stop that. We need to find something that can allow us to just keep them in one spot so we can either kill them or talk to them.
Man, I could do that.
I've been trying to talk to this thing the entire time.
I'm gonna
It started to talk back. Started to.
Yes, but that's the only one that we've been able to keep in one place. And that's only because it wants to stay with you.
I'm still confused as to why.
We'll probably find out maybe in a few days.
I hope so. Honestly. Parlay? He says to the strings.
Give me a persuasion check.
It understands the concept of parlay.
Hey,
Yo.
is it pirate?
You get silence.
I don't think it's accepting the parlay.
Maybe you shouldn't use it as a weapon next time. We'll try to. We'll threaten to.
I didn't swing it at anything. And it was only preemptive, and it seems to want to keep me alive. I mean, you saw what it made me do.
Well, true.
Alright.
Honestly, at the end of the day, at some point, I'd like to just know its name. Other than just the doll. I mean, can you imagine if you were just referred to constantly as Black Shirt?
Black blur.
Me? Or him?
Either one of you. Referred to as by what you're wearing.
I mean,
It's him,
you
it's
do
the Black
realize
Blood,
it's not like
Black-
I was. You do
Well,
realize
that's-
it's not like I was referred to as a name when I was a child, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But I think my point stands.
Is it?
Now more than ever. Because you didn't like it.
I mean, when
I
I was
embraced
younger,
it.
some of the local bullies called me Bluey.
Well, now you're the Blade of Speed.
I know. Yeah. Well, they're also dead, so.
Well, that is true.
Did you kill them? I hope you
No,
did.
his brother
Yeah, I killed
did.
him.
That
No, it was me.
Okay.
His first act as the Blade of Speed was to go and kill this childhood bully.
I ran from Castle Embera all the way up there and like just to take him out, and then I ran back.
Yeah, that's
And
what
then
I
the whole
thought.
thing with his brother happened, which
Yeah, and then
unrelated.
it happened. Don't think about the timeline.
It was unrelated, but I get it.
It happens, you know. You kill a couple people just because they
Favorite-
slighted you when you like 10 years ago,
I-
you know.
Do have a question. Were you the bully when you were younger?
No, we were all having fun.
Okay, he was definitely the bully. That just proves that he was 100% the bully.
Pretty sure we were all having fun. Come on.
Were the other kids crying?
You know, it's a strange coincidence. That's what my bully used to say to me was, hey, we're all just having fun here. I was not having fun.
Ooh.
I was ignored mostly by other children.
Killed the child. So that's what we're at.
You know, I feel like we're all like different sides of that, you know? Like that whole scenario.
Oh, very.
Like we have the bully, we have the one who was bullied, we have the one who was absent from it, the one who took matters in his own hands.
I didn't have a choice, but sure.
Lyra, what about you?
The other children didn't really bully me because we were all getting beaten by the adults.
Right.
Okay, so that's another one. Abused. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yes, the lovely, lovely string of abuse that has happened in this party we have here. Lovely. Man, we need to sort out our priorities.
Do we need
I think-
therapy?
I think maybe next session we should take a break from adventuring and we should find a therapist.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, those. We'd be in.
I
bedlam.
think we might drive them to kill themselves.
You know, we should just do what Vestel did. Block our memories.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say fight yourself because she also did that today.
Maybe I killed so many children and I had to block it from my memory.
All right, Skywalker.
Execute Order 66.
Oh my god.
Before
I
the
think
crab
that's
crasher,
fine.
there was the child
The
slave.
Stell Skywalker Cadrith. Who knew?
The cranium cracker.
Oh my god. Mr. Scott.
I'll let you guys know when I get my memories back.
Well, I currently hold the record for child death, so I guess we'll find out.
Oh my
That's not a good record to hold.
Yet I hold it with disgust.
Good.
But as all of you continue to discuss your previous traumas from life and how you should proceed going forward, I'm
Man,
gonna end the
what is-
session here.
What has Van Grace's mansion done to her?
As you guys walk out,
I think
of-
we've all come out. I think
Oh.
we've all come out of this
oh,
more aware and more in tune.
I feel like we
are
learned a lot about
people.
ourselves.
you walk past some horrified
naked
guards
together
who
truly
just
changes you.
happen to overhear some of it, but the really asshole guard kind of looks back. Where's our companions? Where's our friends? Where's the other guards that went in?
They
Why
they
are
were
all of you
blended.
covered in blood?
They were
Is that-
blended
Not by us. We didn't see any of
by
them.
something in the house. It's horrible.
There was a lot of blood down there.
You don't want to know what's
By
down there.
Lane's fucking beard. Jesus.
Yeah, there's like a torture chamber
Come here.
down there.
Jesus. Let's go.
We do
Gotta go
not
report.
recommend you go.
Who's Jesus?
That's that
Jesus.
guy right there.
He points
He's,
to the
he's
other
talking
guy.
to him right there.
Yeah, he points to one of the guards. Let's go. We gotta go report
You ever
to
wanted
Bamboo.
to start a religion, Jesus?
Both of them. Why? Why would I start a religion?
Why not? It seems like a good idea.
Huh?
What rank is Jesus here?
He's a private.
Okay, Private Jesus.
He's like 24. Man just joined the
Carpenter?
guard force. Like he's been working as a carpenter for the last 8 years.
He's Jesus.
Hey, Carpenter! Carpenter!
In about
He's a
9
garbage-
years, a new religion will form based off that guy.
Oh god.
And they